Oh, okay, well, we're live. Okay, that's a good sign. I'm late. Now, let me see if I can get let's see if I can get my channel here. Let's see if I can get the chat up here. Okay, that's me. I got to mute that. There we go. All right, I'm getting there little by little. Now, I've got to just bear with me a sec, guys. Just bear with me a sec, guys. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm setting up a few things here. Okay. Hey, Lincoln Zendokoi Sinecuse. I can't see my mic level. Can you hear me okay? And let's see. I did not get the invite. Yeah, I'll try it again, Brenda. That's for Brenda. Try it again. And let's see here. I'm hoping you can hear me okay. How is the chat tonight? We hear you, Wacky. Okay, that's good. I'm trying to get Brenda up here. And MelMel. I'm looking for MelMel. Let's see. We got to tell MelMel. Let me see if Brenda's up here. Oh, wait, I don't have my here. Right. Are you there, Brenda?
I got it that time.
Okay. Hey, nice hat.
we're Mad Hattering it tonight.
Well, now we got to find MelMel. How do I find him? I'm a little late. I got to find MelMel. I sent him a link to his about page on his channel.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'm good, Sinecuse. Oh, hey, Matthew. Sorry, talking to, yeah. Give me time. I blame this on MelMel. It's his idea. Let's see here. No one should ever have to buy shoutouts. Well, I'm going to get into that, Christian Janicki's Adventures. I've just got to get MelMel up here. Let me get to the chat. Hey, do you have the chat in front of you, Brenda? Can you tell MelMel? Can you just tell him?
Here in what our chat here with the
isn't he in one of our rooms that we're in together?
In a bunch of our just sent it over in one room. I know he's in. I'll send it to another one here.
You don't have to send him the link. All you have to do is send him a message that the link's on his about page. If you could do that for me, that would be wonderful. I got so many windows open up here. Like, not another window. No. Just say, MelMel, we're live, and the link is in your about page.
I've sent it to 2 places now.
Yep. Hopefully he'll get up here. Bear with us, guys. It's craziness here at the Waggy. I want to pop the chat out here so I can see what's going on. Let me just see here real quick. Oh, there's the link is on the about page. Yep, we're live. Okay, just a minute here. Let me get back here. Get back to this. I got so many windows open. Oh my goodness. I'm almost ready. Yeah, the reason I'm doing this, guys, Brenda's up here. I hope we can get Mel. I hope MelMel didn't go to sleep. It's MelMel's idea. We've got to get him up here. But I told him I'd go live in 25 minutes, but it ended up being about probably 50 minutes. Molly 1K Dolly's in there. Triple GS is in here. Double O is in there. 2 shoutouts for 150. What's up in pro wrestling host, Mr. Cool? And oh man, I hope it didn't turn out to be too late for MelMel. Are you still there, Brenda?
Yeah, I'm typing another message to him in another room I found him in.
Yeah, jeepers, I hope because I went, MelMel's on a tighter schedule probably. Because I told him I was going to go live in 25 minutes. It took a few extra minutes to get rolling, you know?
Okay, I've sent it 3 places.
Yeah.
So,
I hope he didn't go to sleep. Well, that's fine. We'll talk. Here, guys, let me tell you why I'm doing this. I was going to do a live stream night anyway, you know, just to hang out. You know me, the wacky. And I got my good sister here, Brenda G's Designs. And we were over in MelMel. Do you guys know MelMel at all? Do you know MelMel? Everyone in the chat here? No? Oh, my goodness, Brenda, we have 40 people in here.
cool.
Wow, you and me might have to carry the show without MelMel. Come on, I got to get him here. Well, okay, let me set the stage. So me and Brenda are over in MelMel's chat about, what was that, about 45 minutes ago or so?
Yeah, roughly.
And maybe an hour. And MelMel proposed the question, should you buy shoutouts? And he wanted to talk about it. And so he said he'd be up and we could get a panel going on my channel. And so MelMel from, MelMel from New York. Yes. Yes, Carolina #1. Yes. And he's a good friend of mine and Brenda's. We know him, you know, extra well. And so he proposed this. We were going to talk about it with MelMel. Oh,
I hope his phone didn't die. It could be that his phone died too. Sometimes he has problems with that. But when he gets it charged back up, he will see that he has a whole slew of messages waiting for him.
Yeah, it's the Brooklyn way. Molly 1K Dolly. Shoot, I really wanted MelMel to be up here because it was kind of his topic that he started. And see, I was typing and me and Brenda were typing. I told MelMel, man, that's kind of a question that requires more like talking. It's going to be too hard to type. So I was kind of waiting to see if MelMel would come. See, but I told him 25 minutes that I would do the thing, and it turned out to be 50 minutes. I hope his schedule wasn't.
Mel has surfaced, and he should be here momentarily.
MelMel is coming?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah. Kumbaya. So how you doing tonight, Brenda?
Hey, I'm finer than frog hair and twice as wiry.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness gracious.
He's finding all the messages that I left him.
Oh, we're crossing our finger because I was like, I know I started late. I was having problems with the Hangouts getting the panel set up. And wow, we got Band Runner Squad in here. Witchy Princess, Triple GS. Come on, shout some names out, Brenda. Help me. It's an avalanche.
Oh, mercy sakes. Well, let's see here. Who all do we have? We've got man, it's moving. Holy smoke. Band Runner Squad. We got Killian Games. We got Mrs. Elite Nugs. We got D Garb. We got Jamie C. Wonder Woman BLT. Witchy Princess. Gonzo's Family. Ghost Mafia. I Love My Creative Spirit. Molly K1 Dolly. Whisker Rabbit's Fury 2. My World in OKC. Triple G's. Romulus Primal. The Illuminator. Achilleon Gaming. Groovy Blue. Matthew Dake. Big Toot.
MelMel.
Mary 009. MelMel in the house.
He's here. I can send it again, but into your private messages.
Carolina #1 in the house. Trying to see if there's anybody in there else that I'm Matthew Drake.
And Whisker Rabbits too. Just a Whisker Rabbits too. I'll check into that after the show. I think there's a video he wanted me to watch where he did something crazy for the wacky. I'll get to it after the show, Whisker Rabbits. I promise.
Okay. Mel says I can't get to it in my messages. Mel, look for it in spam in your messages on your Creator Studio page.
Oh, he's on a phone. Is it harder for him to get into his messages?
Oh gosh, I don't know because I don't use a phone for that.
Send it to my email. Oh, okay, I can do that. Here, hold on. No problem. Yep, I'll do it. Tell him it's, yep, there we go. I can do that.
Then you mail.
Yep, just a minute here. Bear with me. Tell him to hang tight.
Hang tight.
Hang
Like
tight,
he can't
man.
hear you.
Hang tight.
Ah.
You just want Melmo up here because it's kind of his topic, you know?
Optimus Prime 26363 is in the house. Triple G's is in the house.
Okay,
King Old 760's in the house. Ghost Media Galaxy.
okay, tell Mel he should get it now.
Matthew Drake. I think I've read his name 3 times. Lord have mercy, honey. You're getting special treatment here.
Thank you. Now I'll shout for a while. Brenda G is in the house. Brenda G. Greenbaywacky is in the house. We're waiting for Mel. N8 Germ. We're waiting for Mel. The Illuminator's in here. Wow, we got 41 people in here. That's great. Miss Elite Nugs. Yep. Oh, they love your hat, Brenda.
Yes, they love the hat.
I like the sunglasses. I like the sunglasses.
My cheap sunglasses.
Go and get yourself some cheap sunglasses.
Rock them cheap sunglasses.
Aracklian Gaming should hope Green Bay Wacky is in the house. Well, we're waiting for Mel. We're trying to get Mel up here. I started a little bit late. Big Toot's in the house. Dakota and family. Art is in the house. Wow, Triple GS is in the house. Mad Hatter's in the house. Well, I know that. Oh, please, Mel, get up here before I die. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, guys. I got all night. It's more you guys. Roscoe's family's in here. Yeah, I'll just set the stage, guys, while we're waiting for
Mel says he doesn't see it.
What?
Mel says he doesn't see it in your email, Mel. He put it in your email. You used the email address he posted in the chat, right?
Yeah, and it pulled him up. There it is. It says Mel right there. I invited him. It's invitation posted. Should be right there.
Email that he posted here in the chat.
Yeah.
Mel, I don't know what to tell you, honey. Did you check your spam?
We're going to do this. I'll do it again.
Check your spam in your mail. See if it went there.
Well, it pulled him up, so it's the right one.
It's just a matter of where it went when it got there, or if it's just taking a while to get there. Sometimes I can send myself email from a different device, someplace, and it takes.
There!
I'm here. Sorry, I'm late.
Oh, thank you, Jesus. Thank you.
I don't know about Jesus, but it's Mel,
Oh, but I see the resemblance. I know how you could get confused.
Well, no, I was thinking Jesus and Mel got her. No, it's all good.
And the Lord said, "Let there be light." Yeah. So what's going on?
I'm sorry I started it late, Mel. I apologize.
Don't worry about it. I thought you forgot, to be honest with you.
No, I had a couple troubles setting it up. I reset it up. There's a few, and I was like, oh, shoot, Mel's going to kill me. I told him like a half hour. It's almost an hour.
Well, we've come to understand wacky time, haven't we?
Yeah. But I did tell you that basically I would be up the whole night, so it's not a big deal.
Cool. Well, now we can talk about this subject that we were chatting about, and we can pick each other's brains a little, and we can see what the audience has to say about it.
Yeah, I would like to hear what they have to say about it. I mean, do people feel like, you should pay for, shout outs in the live stream? I mean, do you feel like you should pay for validation out there? Folks, let us know what you feel. Let us know what you think. Do you have any money ready?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And first of all, guys, everyone out in the chat, make sure you're all subscribed to Mel. I love this guy.
I appreciate it. I love you all back. I'm probably subscribed to a lot of you anyway. So,
And
you
Brenda
know,
G, make sure you're just subscribed. So
yeah.
if we'll have to read what's said here, but again, just to set the stage, now that Melmel's here, he started a live stream earlier, and he kind of was proposing should you pay for shout outs for validation, and we just decided let's just do a panel, and Mel will be here, I'll be here, and Brenda will be here, and we'll give our thoughts. So
Just wanted to shed some more light on it. Why not?
and well, in the chat, I didn't have a chance to. I was starting to say to Mel, sometimes I think you have to. Sometimes.
Wow. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I feel that it should never be a situation where you have to pay somebody to acknowledge you. You know, when you can start your own live stream and build up your own audience and have your own thing going. I mean, if I'm gonna pay somebody for it, then I might as well go out and get an advertiser.
Exactly.
I don't see the point.
Well, what I was referring to that I didn't have a chance to type in there, I was kind of talking in the scope of big channels. Like I've gone to some big channels before where they have and I like the channels, so I don't mind supporting them. And they've had like 8,000 people in the chat.
I think Brenda G was trying to say something. You were trying to say something?
Yeah, and if you are sending a super chat because you want to get a message to the host that you want conveyed, or if you're sending a super chat because you want to donate to the channel and support the channel, I think that's appropriate. I do not think that it is appropriate to pay for a shout out. What in the long run is it really going to get you? Your name has been blurted out for what, 2 seconds, maybe tops, and nobody knows who you are. They don't know what your content is. They don't know anything about you, but they heard your name and they're going to forget it. And you paid out money for that. I think it's sort of like prostitution. You're paying for a very temporary satisfaction to your own mind because it's not going to get you anything long term.
There you go. It's like Molly Dolly was saying, cash for comments. There you go.
And I was kind of getting into that a little bit earlier. That's why it's great we're doing this panel, because I didn't have a chance to. So just to back up what I was talking about, I was just simply talking about delivering a message on a big channel to the host because you feel like getting a message to him. If you're willing to pay for it, and you want to get that message read, that's great. If you want to spend the $10, usually $10 will do it. You don't have to do 50,
Man,
yeah.
Listen, I paid $10 for somebody to say my name in the chat. They better give my whole history. I mean, childhood.
But I was the same way.
But this is where I was just starting to explain in Melmel's chat, and I didn't have a chance to sort of finish it. If you're doing it because you think you're going to grow your subscriber base, like you're in this big chat, oh, wow, I'll send this guy $50. And if I do it in front of 8,000 people, I'll just go over to my channel and check my sub count. It's going to go up by, 8,000. And no subs go up.
Yeah.
You're like, well, I just did it in front of 8,000 people. You're not going to grow your channel by doing it, is what I was.
Yeah.
People think shout out is what. But shout outs are just kind of nice to hear your name,
It is.
Yeah, it's self-gratification, basically. Because you're grabbing yourself. Look how special I am. I paid them to say my name. My name has been heard by all these people in this chat room, and that's if the ones that are even in the chat room even have the volume on and can hear them say it in the first place. But
that's funny. That's funny. Hey, Archelon Gaming, don't worry, man. You don't have to pay for me. My message is free.
Yeah, let me back the chat up a little bit and just grab a few things that were said in the chat. I'll see if I can. Do you guys have the chat up too, or no? I
do.
I have the chat up. I'm looking at it now. What's up, Michael K? I see you out there, Michael K.
Yeah, let's look at some questions here.
Carolina One brought up a good point. She says, and if 8,000 not going to watch your videos, YouTube will remove those buses by tomorrow morning.
That's funny. That's funny. Thank you, Groovy Blue. I appreciate you watching the video that I did on mental illness. I appreciate that. Thank you.
I'm reading Archelon Gaming's here. Seriously, though, don't think you should be obligated to pay for it. And I think paying for it becomes an issue if you feel you need to pay for attention. That's a good point. Yep. If you feel needy, like you got to hear your name on that big channel. That's a good point.
Frozen Fury says it's also useless because 99% of the time, if you pay for a shout out, your niche isn't the same as the big channel.
That's true. What's up, Triple G's? Thank you for the shout out.
What did say that again, Brenda? What your thought? How you ended that there?
He said that if you pay for the shout out, your niche isn't the same as the big channel.
Yeah.
So, for instance, let's just say right now we're on a comedy channel, okay, and Frozen Fury is a music channel. His niche is different than the comedy channel. So if people are watching because they want to see the comedy on this channel, they're probably not going to be too interested in what he's doing with his music over on his channel.
This is true.
Yeah.
So, paying for the shout out on a channel that has nothing to do with the same kind of niche that you're in, where's it going to get you if the people aren't interested in your content?
Yeah. Wonder Woman BLT agrees with you. Says it's a waste of money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If you want to support the channel that you're giving the super chat money to, that's one thing. Hey, I support you. I want to give you a tip for all the great things that you're doing so that you can go out and buy more equipment or supplies or, whatever it is that you need in order to keep bringing us these videos. That's fine. But I just can't see donating money to have your name shouted out.
That's kind of where I'm going with this, is that everyone that gives super chats to channels, if you genuinely like that channel, well, I mean, they work a lot. I work a lot. I mean, I work 70 to 100 hours a week on YouTube. So when I get super chats, I'm hoping people aren't trying to buy recognition, because I shout out everyone I possibly can. And it's a very small, I might only get 6 super chats in a whole 4-hour thing. And I'd probably shout out like 1,000 channels over and over and over and over.
Captain Flannel says, if you was on your way to the Ozzy Osbourne channel, and if you super chat to get him to shout you out, wouldn't it be worth it?
I don't know. I don't know. Because it goes back to what you were saying, Brenda G. If that's Ozzy Osbourne, those are his fans. His fans may come to you expecting you're going to be the Prince of Darkness, and that's not Green Bay Wacky. Green Bay Wacky is the Prince of Darkness is a comedy skit. That's not who he is. It's like Michael K said. It said if you pay for a shout out, you're paying for support that you're probably going to lose anyway. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah. I think a lot of people, it's almost like super chats, for example. Well, keep in mind too, we're talking super chats. There's some people, PayPal channels too. Or there's Streamlabs too. But yeah, paying to get your name shouted out, thinking it'll grow your channel, is going to make you broke and have no extra subscribers.
Oh yeah. Thanks, Mrs. Elite Nugs. Thanks for the love. I appreciate that.
She says here, for me, it's not really about subs, it's monetization. Sure, if you have that, it's great. I'm just saying, for me, I'm here to pursue my passion in life, to bring awareness of safe, natural medicine.
That's awesome, right? That's awesome comment right there. Matthew Drake also says, look at what happened to Facebook. They talked about premium membership for $24. The idea went kaput. Yeah, I didn't know about that. That's interesting.
Yes, My Life Part 3. Super chat won't grow your channel. That's true. That's true.
Conspiracy Fact says if you do a special on somebody's channel, they automatically say thanks anyway, so it doesn't make sense.
Well, people do it though. I mean, like I said, I've been on chats with people who have, thousands of subscribers, and they say, look, if you want a shout out, donate as much as $1. It's like a telethon or something, like Jerry's Kids or something. I don't know.
No,
we're giving Frozen Fury here some material for his channel, because he says paying for a shout out to grow subscribers while becoming broke makes for a great blues song.
Yes, it does. I got this. I got the super chat blues.
Yeah.
Well, I've been to big YouTube channels, and on the homepage it says donate for recognition. And then when you go in their chat, you'll never see them shout anyone out at all. They won't pick anyone from the chat unless you pay them.
Yeah, I've seen it too.
What do you think of that, Mel?
Yeah, well, I mean, I got to go with this comment right here. Then it's directed towards you from Raven Rain Books. It says, the way I see it is, if people like your content, then over time the right people will come to support you. I don't believe you should ever beg or buy for subscribers. I agree with that statement right there. I mean, I shouldn't have to beg or buy a subscriber. Over time, people are going to support your content if that's what they want to do. Just like with you, Green Bay Wacky. People support you. They do that because they genuinely care. And for those folks that don't, over time that'll be weeded out.
See, that's what I think. I think that when a chat, when people genuinely know you care about the audience, you're trying to help them. It seems like that you do have the supporters that have the ability to, they want to support your channel, and they throw those super chats out to support the channel.
I mean, but that's what it should be about. It should be about just support. It shouldn't be about, okay, I want Green Bay Wacky to say my name, so I got to donate $50,
Road King, how much for a shout out, Wacky? It's Mel's topic, Road King. He started this.
It's funny.
Well, you know what I always tell people, and if you watch enough of my streams, I'll say this: you never have to pay me to get a shout out, but you might have to work for it a little to get my attention by lighting it up in red. Do you know, sometimes I've had it where I do little tutorials during the live stream where I pull up the live stream right there, and all these people are talking to me and none of them are lit up in red. And then all of a sudden I explain how to light it up in red, and you keep the chat up, and all of a sudden it's red, 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 red. Oh, wow. Like, I didn't know that. You see, a lot of people think that super chat's the only way to get the host's attention. That's true when you get to the big channels, but we're not that big. I mean, my goodness, even if I have 100 people in the chat, you're going to get the host's attention.
I have to disagree with you a little bit. I've seen the bigger chats. I've seen the bigger chats. If people want to pay attention to you, they will. They will. I mean, if you say something engaging, if you say something funny, the easiest way to get attention in a bigger person's live chat is to go in their chat and start communicating with people. I've done this before. I've been in people who've had. Go ahead.
Well, here would be a better question, because I agree with you, because I've been in fairly busy chats and been able to get the host's attention pretty quickly, actually. But for the audience sake, how big? Give me a number, like a chat of how many in it. Like, are you talking like 500, 1,000, 8,000? Like, what kind of a number would you be referring to, Mel?
My life part 3 is like this channel. I have become emotionally invested in this channel. I care about it, and I want him to succeed. If I give a super chat, it's because I love the content or the message.
Well, that's good. That's always a good way to go about it. I mean, what I'm talking about, you're talking about how big the chat is as far as what people are saying. Sometimes it could be people with only a couple of hundred, a couple of hundred people in their chat, and they're talking about, you got to pay me. It's like somebody was talking about in the chat how you have certain people, that pay them to pay them to get questions asked.
Wait a minute. You're saying you're just a time out for a sec. You're saying that you've seen channels where there's only like a chat of 200 going on where they've said you have to pay them to get a shout out?
A little bit more. You're saying like maybe anywhere from like 200 to 500. I've seen channels where it's low numbers, not in the high thousands. And in reverse, I've seen channels with thousands of people in there where they'll have a guy on there saying, just call me up and let's have a conversation free on the live chat. So it gets dicey like that.
Well, the channels I was talking about where I've seen that are like big channels with like 500,000 subscribers.
No, I've seen channels where maybe they'll have a 5,000 or 100,000 subscribers, but you look in the chat, there's only like maybe 600 or 700 people watching, and they're talking about, if you want a shout out, I need you to donate some money, and I'm like, what is this? Are we at a religious revival or something? Like,
that does bother me, because for a channel to actually say that to their audience is kind of like.
Well, some people don't come out and say it overtly. They'll say, if you want to shout out, just hit me up, or don't be afraid to support. It'll be very subtle. It won't. Sometimes it'll come out and it'll be blatant. Sometimes it'll be like, hey, if you guys like this content, if you want to shout out, if you like what you're seeing, just shout me a holler, give me $1, give me 10 cents, give me 20 cents, give me anything, give me your soul, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I think to ask for money and you're delivering temporary gratification to somebody is prostituting yourself.
You said temporary. So what are you saying, Brenda? You saying as long as you can relieve and deliver permanent satisfaction?
I think that you're delivering to the community at large with your content on your channel, and they want to support you. Not that they are trying to get their temporary gratification from you blurting out their name in a chat. Okay. You are giving, it's like if you have a boarder at your home and they are paying you to live there, you're providing a roof over their head. It's a permanent roof for the time that they want to stay there. But if you have somebody come to your door and give you money for you to shout their name down the street, that's temporary gratification to them for you to do that, and you're getting money for it. You're prostituting yourself.
Well, I'm sorry, Road King. That means I can't give you a price for the shout out in this chat. I can't prostitute myself in greenbaywacky chat. I can't do it, Road King.
Sorry, I don't have my calculator in front of me, Road King.
Hey, what's up, Megan?
Look, I took my glasses off for this one so I can read the chat, guys. Now I'll put them on for a second.
There you
go. So let me ask you this, Mel. As we continue to talk here.
Yeah, go ahead. What's up, Tech Beats?
Oh yeah, Technetic Beats, my YouTube brother in the house.
And shout out to Megan. Megan had a birthday yesterday.
I know. I went to her stream today. It was funny.
No, it was very good. It was a very awesome stream.
Yeah, were you there?
Yes, I was.
Cool.
I was at both of them.
I had to take my kid to the doctor, and I just caught her birthday stream for about, I don't know, 5 minutes or something.
I was there for quite a while. I was there for about like 20 minutes or so.
Oh, cool. So here's my question, as we continue to talk. Thanks for coming, everyone, guys. This is an interesting topic Mel proposed. Are you actually against like the super chat system in general? Just curious.
No, I'm not against it. I'm somebody that feels like if you feel like genuinely supporting the channel and you want to give them, that just due, and there's no ulterior motives to it, and you just really care about the content and the channel, and you're emotionally invested, why not? But it is the problem. The flip side of it I see is when people start saying, "Hey, I donated money to you, so now I want you to, be beholden. I want you to feel like now you owe me something in return."
Oh, I'm so glad that you touched on that. Happens all the time to me.
I know.
I get donations from people, and then it comes back to me later, whether it's a private message in the chat. Hey, I gave you this money. I want a mod wrench. I want this. I want that. And it's like, oh, jeepers, guys. It's like, if you donate, it's for the channel to keep it going. Look at this. I buy equipment. I work, to keep the channel going. And it gets uncomfortable sometimes, actually.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me just do a couple of shout outs right quick. Shout out to Fury. Michael K, you don't need any money from me. I appreciate you. Sorry about that. Finish going what you said.
They're sliding it under the table, Mel.
There you go.
Well, let me ask you this, Mel. Just curious, because you're an intelligent guy.
Some people say that.
I say that. I respect you a lot, man.
Appreciate that.
Oh yeah, genuine. What say you about the people that what if you can afford super chats and you do it to show off because you just like your name up there? Like, what would you say to those people? Like, because people go to the casino and gamble and they'll hit the blackjack table and drop $100.
I have to go to, I forgot who said it in the chat. How they said they rather And I say this respectfully. There's people that said they'd rather spend their money on special needs kids and other things that are more important and stuff like that. But I say to people who have the money to spare, and if that's what you want to do, to each his own. Who am I to judge? I mean, we all spend our money on things we probably shouldn't. People, get drugs, people buy sex, people buy junk food, people buy excessive clothes. So who am I to tell somebody they can't waste the extra $5 to 500, $5,000 in the super chat?
Just curious.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you want to show off, you want to show off. I say to that end, what I tell people is be careful. Don't do what you can't afford. If you can't afford that money and you got to pay rent, you might want to hold on to your chips a little bit more.
Yeah.
I want to poll the audience for a sec. I just a question. Oh, I just did to Sandra, a two-dimensional paranormal investigator. I lit her up in red without saying hello. It's supposed to say hello. Forgot to finish the message there, Sandra. Just a question in the audience because it came up with MelMel. How many people in the audience here could say that they have been to a channel, not necessarily our community, it could be big, where the host actually is asking for the money? Not like, let me set the boundaries before you answer this. I've been known in my chat to say, hey guys, someone will super chat and say, hey guys, if you want to give because you want to support the channel, by all means, you don't ever have to, do that to get a shout out. And I'll just keep shouting people out. Hey, Optimus Prime, learning on how, But how many people have been to a channel where the host actually says, hey guys, I need some money, man. Please give me some money, man. Just give me some money now. I'll get you shouted out or something, where they actually do that. I'm just curious. I'm just polling the audience where they make a big deal out of it. Like MelMel says, it's poll to the audience.
I don't know if it's a common thing. I mean, I know it's been done, but I don't know if it's like really widely common.
That's what I was wondering what the audience would say. If you do that, Paranormal White Noise says, I've been to too many that ask. Megan's blog says no. My Life Part 3, yes. Begging for super chats. Been to a channel that the Notorious Bob. Hi, by the way, Notorious Bob. Never been to one of those. Comment and I will do the same. Oh, Pinpundre is getting some bus for bus. That's okay. Nope. Yep. Nope.
I have been to channels where they have asked for money for various reasons, like legal expenses. Their family's going through something, and they say that they have a GoFundMe page and they need money donated to it, or that the breadwinner is out of work in their household and they need some finances to hold them over until another job is found and that sort of thing. So, please donate to the PayPal or this, that, or the other thing. I've seen that happen.
Yeah,
I have not seen people ask for super. Well, most people I know don't have super chat, but for those that do have it, I have not heard anybody with super chat ask for money to be donated because they wanted to shout somebody out.
Hey, Stoney. Well, I see Crimson Fantasy said he's been to a couple of those where they ask for money.
I hear it happens, but I've never witnessed it personally. But yeah. I think it's wrong. And I'm not a fan of super chat anyway, because YouTube's taking 30% or better of that money that's being donated. And like Green Bay said, he's had people kind of throw it up to him. Hey, I donated X number of dollars to you. So now, so I need a wrench, or, so-and-so needs a wrench, or, we need this favor out of you or whatever. And well, you didn't get all that money anyway. Part of that money went to YouTube to begin with. And second of all, don't be donating money because you're trying to buy me. You do it to support the channel.
I was thinking to my fight, and I said this as a joke. I said, if you want the wrench, see if you can get me back that 30%.
Oh my goodness!
Let me stop. I'm joking. I don't mean that.
By the way, MelMel, your topic tonight, we have 53 people in the house at 2 a.m.
54.
It happens. I mean, because people are interested in why somebody would pay for basically, a shout out, just for you to say their name, or like Crimson Fantasy was saying, to ask a question. I think that's more common than anything. You know, like it's like, okay, I want to ask a question to Green Bay Wacky and I want it answered. So now I got to pay $5 for Green Bay Wacky to answer my question. And it's like, really? You can call in certain live sports shows and get your question answered for free. So why would I do that on the live stream? You know?
Right. That's funny. Oh, I believe in ghosts is in here. Hello, by the way.
Do you really believe in ghosts?
No, it's a channel. He's a nice guy. That's
okay.
That's a shout out, by the way. Just so you know.
I believe in ghosts. I believe in ghosts. Woo!
Yeah, he's a nice guy. He's got a good channel.
In this house when I moved in, I used to have been here. You loved it.
That's funny. That's funny. I don't know, Green Bay. It's just a situation where, like I said, you shouldn't have to pay for the validation of somebody to recognize you. You know what I mean? And that's just how I feel about it. I don't know if I'm crazy for thinking that way. What's up, Sherry K?
EVPs. I like that. I'm just reading the chat here real quick here. I'm glad to see you're still growing. Oh, Ice is back, baby. Good to see Ice is back. Yeah, let's do it. Ice is back, baby. Dun, 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 dun.
Ice is back, baby. There you go.
Oh, check out the Notorious. Reading the Notorious Bob there. Look at his comment.
I only started 2 weeks ago on YouTube, and I've come across a few channels looking for super chat. 25 shout outs. What?
you come across. There's a channel where you buy a wrench. You can buy a wrench.
I gotta see that again. What?
Buy a wrench.
That's funny. I gotta see that. Oh my god, I can't believe I read it.
Gradually Gaming. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. He says, imagine how annoyed you'd get that someone paid for a shout out and then the host says your name wrong. Do you pay again to correct it?
Wait, I gotta go back to that comment. He said, what he said, $25 for a super chat shout out. 50 for a wrench. Oh my god. That made my day. That's funny. Oh my gosh.
That's too cheap for a wrench. A wrench ought to be about $1,000.
Oh my god. I've heard of people paying for wrenches, but that's something I guess you want to do behind the scenes. I don't know, man. There's some shady stuff going on YouTube, man.
I've heard of people getting wrenches and expecting the host to pay them for their services.
Oh my god. I could only imagine what people pay to get on a panel, sometimes. I mean, let me ask you this question, Green Bay Wacky, and you, Brenda G. Let's say your favorite celebrity said to you, you know what? I'm gonna give you or Brenda G a whole hour. Favorite celebrity, whoever that was, on the live stream. And we're gonna plug your channel, we're gonna plug your business, we're gonna plug your life. We're gonna shout out your life. This is your life. What would you pay for that?
Wow. Let me make sure.
Would you pay for that?
I understand if I understand the question, you're saying if a big celebrity, I'm just going to make up a name. Let's say Arnold Schwarzenegger, because everyone knows him.
Yes.
I'll be back, man.
Mm-hmm.
So Arnold Schwarzenegger said he's going to promote me in a live stream. You mean like
for
this?
For 1 hour.
But it's going to be a live stream.
It could be any format you want.
Okay.
Let's say it's a live stream. Let's say, let's say it's a vlog, whatever. But let's say for this conversation, it's a live stream. And you too, Brenda G, would you pay for that? How much would you pay?
Let's
Your
see.
favorite
Brenda answer don't put me on the spot. Let her go first.
Not a dime.
So who's somebody that you want to meet? There's not one celebrity.
Nope.
Not as a kid, nothing.
Nope.
A politician.
No. Lord, no.
Fabio, somebody.
Nope.
Wow. I'm impressed.
I'm not for sale. I'm not going to sell myself like that.
Okay.
If I was going to make money off of that story, I'd write it myself and get it promoted. It would be the bestseller on the out on the script. Just put it right out there for everybody to read, and they'd only have to pay their whatever it is, $29.95 hardback copy.
Wow! Now look at the chat. People are saying they would pay to like have a lunch with the president, meet the Kardashians, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Wow. But the question I asked to the chat is how much would you be willing to pay for a lunch with the president, for, you know, meeting the Kardashians? I don't know why you would want to meet the Kardashians, but to each his own. You know, how much would you be willing to pay? That's what I would.
My name is Jeff said he'd pay $500 to chat with the president for a couple minutes.
Good luck. Add some zeros. Get some zeros.
Yeah, that needs some zeros on there.
I would answer your question like this. It might depend on how much money I actually have.
Let's say you had all the money that you could ever want. Let's give you a rough estimate. Let's say Green Bay Wacky had $100 million right now. Green Bay Wacky.
Wow.
100 million. Green Bay Wacky. The man. You made it, right?
Wow. I'm rolling.
Okay. You roll it in the dough, all right? And your favorite celebrity comes along. How much would you be willing to pay for an hour with that celebrity?
Wow. That's a tough one, Mel, man. You got that good question there.
If I had that kind of money, I would be my own favorite celebrity.
I hear that. Let me find out. I'm gonna pay to meet Brenda G.
I'd have to see what the asking price is and what I get for it, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, so let's throw out some numbers. Let's throw out some numbers.
I would say this, and then you that's a different ball game, because now you're talking about like really big, rich. I mean, here on YouTube, I mean, look at me. I'm just a small little YouTube channel. Even a channel that's got 100,000 subscribers is to YouTube even isn't that big, you know? So it's kind of like, that's a hard question to answer, because, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Donald Trump, you have dinner with him and you got 100 million in the bank. Man, it'd be easy to throw him $1 million or 2 million, or you wouldn't even miss it, you know?
Yeah, that's true. That is definitely true. Fury, you don't have to super chat your car. You know, you can keep your car. Appreciate it. Nah, I don't know. That's a tough one. You know, I mean, because maybe I'm along the lines with Brenda G. I'm not gonna say there wouldn't be temptations, especially if you could meet with anybody who was, let's say, if you had somebody who was still alive. What if you could sit down with Elvis Presley, or Mahatma Gandhi or something like that? Or, you know, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they would take the money, but what if you could listen to like a world leader for 5 minutes? What if you could sit down with Bruce Lee for 10 minutes? You know, like what would you pay for that? Would you pay for that?
See, wow. See, I think, you know, the whole idea that we started talking about buying shoutouts and stuff, man, there's almost like you almost have to make a whole bunch of different reasons why people do them, and then analyze those reasons, you know? Well,
let's ask the people in the chat. That's why we have the chat. What are some of the reasons you folks in the chat think, some of the main reasons? Let's say 10 reasons, the top 10 reasons that you think people would pay for a shout out or you know, some kind of recognition in the chat.
So the top 10 reasons, and this is not just Green Bay Wacky, right? You're just talking all of YouTube, right?
Yeah, all of YouTube.
In all of YouTube, the top 10 reasons you would pay or give a super chat for shout out. Okay, let's see what they say. Oh, lack of self-esteem came up right away. Yep, that was from Exploring with CF.
Random Life Production says to be famous. Shout out to Random.
15 minutes of fame.
Somebody said channel growth and success. Somebody else said the karaoke says the exposure.
Exposure. Begging for attention.
So my name is Jeff says to make a dream come true.
Make a dream come true.
Your dream has just come true. My name is Jeff. Your dream has just come true.
And by the way, guys, you know Green Bay Wacky, I shout out everyone all the time. We're not doing it quite as much on this one because we're kind of talking as a panel. I'm trying to type a little to you guys. I'm reading stuff. You know me. I like to go down the list one after the other. Hey, thanks for coming. I believe in ghosts, exploring with CF, paranormal white noise, JJ, the Karaoke Rideshare. You know me. I love to shout everyone out. It's just we're having this discussion tonight. So if I don't shout you out as much as normal, you know.
Well, I mean, Green Bay, we're not in a rush. If you want to shout your people out, man, shout your people out. I mean, okay, I'm here.
Yeah, because I love to do that. We got 47 people in there still. Let me back up the chat real quick. California greenhorn fisherman. I would once an hour so I can give them my 2 cents about the whole world. Megan's blog is here. Just celebrated her birthday.
Happy birthday.
Love Megan's blog. Great YouTube supporter. Love her channel and her as a person. Really respect. Much love. She knows that. ZPD Survival's here. Miss Elite Nugs is here. Matthew Drake is here. My name is Jeff. I believe in ghosts. Great guy. Been to his channel not in a while, and I apologize. It's hard to get around to everyone. You know how it goes. That's why we do this chat where we can all get together.
That's true.
Yep. Optimus Prime 26363, and I'm going to make a point on that right after. Paranormal White Noise, JJ the Croaky Rideshare Driver. Sandra's here, two-dimensional paranormal investigator. Jay Thornton 64. Archelon Gaming. Toxic TV. Carolina #1. My name is Jeff. Huntress Warriors here. Good to see you. Ghost Finders 321. Let's see. Wawia is here. It's Wawia. I have it in my phone to pronounce it right. It's a Native American name, by the way. They come all the time. Great supporter. I'm just kind of going. Tracy Norton Roberts is here. Random Life Productions. Stoney is here, by the way. And Matthew Drake, Ghost Mafia. Okay, so I'll go with that for now. And we'll keep calling people out, you know.
Drone Wolf Media.
Yep. Anyone else, believe me, we'll keep calling you out.
Huntress Warrior, Tracy Roberts.
Oh, Drone Wolf
Media. Fisherman. Paranormal White Noise, ZPD Survival, Toxic TV. Yeah, a couple of people. Fury, my man. Sandra, two-dimensional paranormal investigator.
Oh, yeah, Frozen Fury 009. Sorry. Cut you off. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
It's a Frozen Fury 009. Didn't even say it. I'm sorry. I love him. Okay. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, you got to say the 009. He's a spy. You know, but back to the point that you were going to make. You said you were going to make a point, Green Bay.
Oh, yeah, I did. Crap. Oh, no.
Well, says if you're Green Bay's trying to collect his thoughts. Frozen Fury says, I would pay $0 to sit with someone famous. And if they ask for money to talk, then that confirms that they don't know what it means to be a human being. Plus 5,000 wasted for temporary time. And I agree with that. And I've had a little bit different life maybe than a lot of people. And at one point I was kind of mixed up with the famous folks there. And I've sat down with plenty of them, didn't have to pay a dime for it. And they wouldn't have expected me to. George Jones is a good example. I think anybody who knows anything about the country western music industry knows who George Jones is. Ronnie Millsap. He's a ham radio operator. And I talked to him at length at a meeting one day and didn't have to pay a dime to sit there and talk to him. Boxcar Willie was a lot of fun. You know, God rest his soul. But back in the day, Boxcar Willie, you know, he puts his britches on one leg at a time just like anybody else does. Yeah. Sawyer Brown, the whole band, they're a hoot to talk to. And they didn't want a dime for sitting and talking to them. David Carradine and I sat and had a few beers one afternoon.
Wait a minute. You met David Carradine, the Kung Fu guy?
Sure did. Yeah.
Look at. Oh, you got Green Bay attention. So now it's Brenda G. The legend continues.
How could you not love that guy? First, you must walk the rice paper, grasshopper. Only then will you. He had to walk the rice paper. Remember?
Yep.
Yes.
That was the only way to get out of that monastery. He's like,
and he was also a country western.
He's like, I gotta get out of here, man. I gotta walk the rice paper. I can't take the ball, dude.
So, you know, I've sit and talked to plenty of them. It didn't cost me a dime. And so, you know, if somebody come along and said, hey, you know, if you pay me some money, I'll have you on my TV show or I'll have you on a YouTube channel for an hour and we'll talk about your life. I'm like, well, you know, I can't be bought. You know, I'm not going to pay you to broadcast me out for about an hour. You know, you better be having me move in with you for several years and you know, let's write the book. You know.
That's funny.
So I have a question here I'm going to put out to the audience, but I need to write this down real quick. There's one little piece of business I got to ask to the audience, and I do have my question in mind for this one. But I got to get the bagging up. Trust me, there's a method to my madness. I'm putting this out to Groovy Blue. Is it Groovy Blue 18 that said they hit 1K here the other day? Or is it a different channel? Is that your channel and they didn't tell me about it? Is it Groovy Blue 18? I need to know. It's real quick. There's a channel that came to me the other day, and I thought it was Groovy Blue 18. I could be wrong. Let's see if they answer it. So kind of let them answer here. And then I'll ask my question real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll see if they answer. I'll ask my question. How many people actually think that the super chatting will grow your channel? That was the question I wanted to ask. Like, how many people actually think that it will grow your channel? That's my question. What? Who's calling?
Somebody's trying to call you.
Oh, no.
Somebody didn't get the notification.
Crap. Who is it? Hold on.
It ain't me.
It's Rebel.
Tell Rebel to come in here, man.
I'd love to get him up here. Let's see.
Rebel.
Oh, Rebel. I can't answer. I can't. Hold on here. Rebel.
Send it to the room.
Well, he's in the other room.
Don't send it to that
room.
Uh-oh. Hold on, guys. Oh, someone's got to watch the chat for me to see if that Groovy 18 is that the channel.
Yeah.
Groovy Blue 18 ain't wrote nothing up there, so I don't know.
Yeah.
She said it was a different channel.
It was a different channel. Okay. Okay, there was a Groovy. Okay.
She said yes. It's different. It's a confusing answer. It was a different channel. Yes, it was me. That's what she said.
Oh, Groovy Blue. I get it. Okay. Oh, Rebel's gonna come up. Rebel is gonna come up.
Now things about to get even more.
Now we're gonna get more interesting. Okay, here's the deal. I think I got a handle on it now. Here's what happened. Groovy Blue 18 hit 1,000 subscribers, but it wasn't in the wacky chat. That's what I think they're saying.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. And we're happy for you, by the way. We're happy for you. We are happy for you. Yep. Rebel, State Sovereign, guys, is going to get up here. Let's get him up here.
A round of applause, people. A round of applause. Oh, my God.
Big blue eyes.
There you go.
The invitation has been sent. Guys, you're in for another treat.
There you go. Always
Mel, you picked a good topic tonight.
I have a lot of topics on my mind, but it's the people that respond. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And boom, there he is.
Rebel State Sovereign. Welcome, sir.
Well,
hey, Rebel.
Never had a hangout do that before. That was cool, guys.
I never had what?
I never had one call me. I never had anybody call me into the room like that.
Well, we got a question for you, Rebel State Sovereign.
You got to turn your mic up a little, maybe though. Talk again.
Talk directly into the microphone.
You got to put the headphones in.
Hold on. Give him time, guys. Give him time.
He's on the phone outside.
He's talking. He's talking to Obama right now. Just give him time. Just give him time.
Funny.
No, look, guys.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace to Barbara Bush out there.
Just before he. I was going to do a news story on that. By the way, guys, yes, Barbara Bush did pass away. She was 92.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
You ready, Rebel?
He's been set. But I'll tell the audience. The reason I made the joke about Rebel being on the phone with Obama, you got to go to his channel. He uploaded this new video, and he does an incredible Obama impression. It's funny. So, Rebel State Sovereign, my YouTube brother,
there you go.
acting like he's talking to the former President Obama.
I got to check out that video.
Rebel, really, the reason that we've called you here tonight is because we're holding an intervention.
What?
Is it IRS extension taxes?
Oh my goodness!
This is Green Bay Wacky's last live stream.
Oh my goodness! This is hilarious.
Yeah, and R.I.P. Judge Harry too from Night Court. I used to love Night Court. Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that show.
Yeah.
Wow, this chat might turn into old TV, but not yet.
Okay, so we got a question for you, Rebel, if you're still there.
I'm here.
Yep.
Okay, so do you think it's right to pay for shout outs in the chat? Do you think it's right to pay for like somebody to say your name, in a super chat or something like that? What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah,
I'm conflicted on
Rebel?
those. Mel, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, just before you answer, I was just going to say the reason we all ended up like this, Mel did a live stream before mine here.
I saw it, but I couldn't comment on it.
Okay, so you saw he proposed the question, and then he said, hey, let's all get together on a panel, and that's where the question came from. Great question.
Great question. Yeah, and I also saw June Gall's. I read the super chat too, Melmo, just so you know. And I did leave you I think I was like number 11
Thank you.
out of all those people who did watch. It's sad that people don't recognize talent when they see it and leave a little like.
There you go. You're funny.
And don't forget, Rebel, don't forget to type in the chat so people can subscribe to you.
Give me 1 second. I'm just saying, no, I didn't know you guys were even live. I was just doing more tax stuff still. It's ridiculous. No, I filed my extension like less than 3 hours ago.
That's funny.
I did a live stream earlier where me and my wife, I did my first in the car mobile one where we drove to deliver the tax things that my kid forgot to file.
Oh God!
And we made the deadline.
Mowing my yard all summer for that trip.
That's funny. That's funny.
I'm gonna tell you, if you want a viral video, listen to what I'm saying. If you want a viral video, F the IRS, make your own and explain it in a simple, concise way for every taxpayer, whether you're an alien visiting in this country, whether you're self-employed, whether you're large or a small business, because there is a difference. And it can break down what a 1040 is, a 1040 EZ, all those. You will have a viral video, but you better be able to give tax advice. And I'm not just being a lawyer.
My wife's an accountant, so that's a good idea.
Hey, I would have her do one. I'm telling you, that is a viral video waiting to happen.
But everything is about the timing, because if you do it on tax day, definitely got a viral video.
Oh yeah. Well, I think even up to that, because there's a lot of people who have quarterly taxes and yearly, annually taxes.
Well, you're talking about business now. We're talking about quarterly, yeah. So then you can say filing for businesses, and self-employed.
You could make a whole
Rebel state sovereign, yeah.
I want to be like those guys from that. Yes.
Back to the question. How do you feel about paying for shout outs? Your thoughts, please. Should it be done?
And you can we talked about big channels, little channels, shouting out in big chats, small chats.
It's a hold on, I'm trying to enter this chat here and it won't allow me to enter the chat. Setting up the other one. There we go. Okay.
Oh man, excuse me. Sorry for the yawn.
I'm going to finish my cigarette with you guys before I answer this question. I'm conflicted on the answer because there's many sides to that answer. It's not a simple cut and dry yes or no.
Okay.
Should you pay for them? That implicates certain criteria with that. The way I look at it is, most people are notably recognized when they do super chat. If you want to support a creator, there's other ways to support a creator other than just super chatting. Now, granted, you can watch their videos, you could like them, you could leave a comment, you could tell them how much you care. There's Patreon, there's off of YouTube ways to donate money to support your creator. I think Philip DeFranco hit on that best yesterday. He does have an off-site video, and Boogie 99928. That both of those guys basically have ways to support a creator offline, and lots of other people.
Well, let me focus the question. Let me focus the question more.
Sure.
Do you think it's right for people to have to pay in order to be acknowledged?
Now, is there a particular channel we can use for an instance? Let's say there's XYZ channel. XYZ is saying, hey, if you want a shout out, you have to super chat me.
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I was saying earlier, is that because it's different on different channels. Because if you're in a 500,000 subscriber channel and he's got 9,000 people in the chat, it might be different than if you're on a smaller channel that's got 150 in the chat or 200 in the chat.
I think
but we also were talking about channels.
Here's all the dynamics. If let's say you're chatting, right? Let's say you're in there in the chat and there's 9,000 people in this XYZ whoever YouTuber's channel, and you were to super chat 50 grand. Now I got your attention, right? $50,000.
That would get my attention.
I think that would get anybody's attention. Now that gets everybody's attention in the chat too. Are you using it as a promotion for your channel? Are you going to be somebody like Mr. Beast who just donates money all the time, to live streamers and whatnot, and to help grow and better your channel? Or are you super chatting what you can afford? Are you on a fixed income? $5, $10, $2, $1.50, whatever you can afford?
Well, that's a different part of the question, which is important. But what I'm saying is, you're Rebel State Sovereign, right?
Yes.
And I want to get Rebel State Sovereign's attention in the live stream because I love his content. I like the collaboration he does with Greenbaywacky. I think he's an awesome guy. I want to get acknowledged by him. But Rebel State Sovereign turns around and says, you know what? If you want me to say your name, just to say your name, I need you to donate at least $1. What are your thoughts on that?
Now, if you're soliciting for money just for a shout out, that's it's not my style, but I'm sure some people could do it, especially if you're one of the larger channels.
Some people have done it. They have done it. I've seen people with hundreds of thousands of subscribers say, hey, if you want a shout out, donate some money. I've seen people do it on Twitter. I've seen people do it on Facebook. I've seen people do it on YouTube.
Yeah, a big channel just posted their latest stream on Twitter a few days back, and right on the Twitter announcement says, if you donate, if you want to get a shout out, donate if you want to get a shout, right there, right on the front,
So what are your thoughts?
I mean, it's personally, I wouldn't do it, but it is a way to earn revenue. You know what I mean? It is effective. Let's just be honest. It is effective. I'm having trouble.
I'm just against it. I'm sorry.
I'm not saying I'm not against it. I'm just saying it's not my style. That's what I mean by when I say it's not my style. Just to solicit that. I'm like Green Bay. I'll shout out not.
So
you know what I mean? I'm like Green Bay. I will shout people out whether they give me money or not. Because I've seen Green Bay. Mm-hmm. Green Bay myself. I've seen both of us. We're happy to go through the chat and shout out. We're just happy that people come and view our content. Totally. And if they give us a super chat, a super chat, then I'm going to say, I remember you got to go back to the very first super chat you ever get.
Yes.
I'm sure you remember the first person who gave you a super chat, right, Mel?
I'm not going to lie to you, it's late.
Okay. But well, I'm not saying you got to call out their name. But you remember.
I remember the first time it happened. Yes. I don't remember the first person. I think it may have been Llama Monster or Lynn, somebody like that. Mm-hmm. It was somebody I knew.
Yeah. How about you, Green Bay? Do you remember the first super chat you ever got?
You know what? I can honestly say they've come in my chat and reminded me.
Not their name. Just do you remember the first one you got? I remember the name. I remember the name of the person. That's.
It's bad.
And it wasn't much, but that's not the point. The point was it happened. You know what I mean?
I gotta admit, it was like,
happened.
wow, someone likes my stuff, is what I thought. Like, otherwise they wouldn't give me money, you know?
I'm curious why I want to allow me to.
Oh, I gotta
Can
go
you-
to a comment. I gotta go to a comment. Random Life said. She said the problem with Super Chat is I've seen people give so much that they can't afford it.
I've seen that.
And that comes. That comes.
Yeah, that does happen.
Yeah, that's
And I
kind of like
disagree with
gambling.
that.
That's like gambling.
now?
where Yep. You go to the casino and you drop more than you really should have.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, things like that happen. I mean, because maybe people are feeling they need that validation, they need that affirmation of approval of that particular channel and stuff like that. And then it's like somebody said, I don't know if it was Brenda, I don't know if you said it or somebody said it in the chat, how you can get emotionally invested in these channels. You know,
What does Billy mean? He might be a troll, by the way, because I just zapped a troll. But for the moment, I don't see that. It says, Mel, Super Chat is okay when you receive it. Is that just do you mean like you think Google doesn't pay you, or what? What does Billy mean by that?
Could mean
Yeah,
that he
I would like
doesn't
to-
have super chat. You know, that there's a lot of channels that don't have super chat.
Right.
Hmm.
You know,
yeah,
Because
that's true.
there is a criteria now. But
Have
there's a lot of
not-
channels that did and don't now, including MelMel.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. What you about to say, Brenda?
Exactly. I had the super chat. They put it on me without monetizing me, and then they changed all the rules, and I didn't meet their criteria, so they took the super chat away. So they're holding my super chat money hostage.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people in that boat.
Yeah, I'm in that boat too. Well, I'm gonna get out of that boat eventually this year. Why not?
I'm waiting for the class action suit because that shouldn't have been allowed at all.
Mm. Well, hey,
Oh,
you know.
I was reading Archelon Gaming's thing there.
Oh, Random Life was saying hello to you, Green Bay.
But I think the thing is,
Random Life.
I shouldn't judge somebody who does that. You know what I mean?
I'm not judging the person. I'm just saying I don't agree with the practice.
I don't agree with the practice. If it's just shout out $4, let's just call it that.
Yeah.
Let's call it shout out $4. No, I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, now don't get me wrong. I get it. I mean, I can see the temptation. I'm not gonna sit there and say if I got, let's say, 100,000 people in the chat, that I wouldn't be tempted to say, hey, you know what?
But
give me.
what is
Go
it
ahead.
worth? What is? Let me because there's so many dynamics to this. What is it
Go
worth
ahead.
to
Let's
have
go through the
PewDiePie?
dynamics.
Wow, we'll be here all week.
No, we don't got all
Let's go through the most important ones. Let's go through like the top 5 ones. Dynamics.
Okay, what would it be worth to have PewDiePie shout you out? A
Nothing.
guy with 60 million subscribers.
Nothing.
If you picked, let's say you got now this has happened with large YouTubers who have shouted out people, and they've gone from a certain amount of subscribers to well over 100,000, well over 1 million, and that's
So
happened.
you get a bunch of subscribers to your channel. If they're not supporting your content, what good is it?
That's a
I'm
great
not saying they're
question.
not. I'm not
That's
saying
a
they're
great
not.
kind of question,
That's
though.
another part of that was the second part of the dynamics. Like, I mean, but what is it worth to have a shout out?
What's it worth? Yeah. Hey, Melmo, and I hate to cut
yeah.
you off. Can you type in the chat? Some people want to subscribe to you and they want to know what your channel is.
My channel is Greatness. The end.
Okay, go back. I just wanted to mention. We'll get him typing in the chat, guys. Mel. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, I'm gonna come in there because I'm on my iPad. I'm here.
Exploring CF answered you there, Rebel. He said, nothing to me. That's not the way to grow a channel.
See, PewDiePie, I think a big channel, just a shout out wouldn't be enough. I think they'd have to be like, make a big deal out of it for like an all day afternoon event.
Well, I mean, there's, like I said, there's large channels that have shout people out. PewDiePie shouted out one particular guy in particular I can think of. And I don't know if you're familiar with the "Good morning, laddies" intro that he uses, but he blew his channel up just from that one little shout out because PewDiePie liked his content.
I mean, it depends because it can be the kiss of death as well because
It
it's
could.
like you get.
It
Go ahead.
could.
Because let's say
It
you
did.
get the shout
Yeah.
out, right? And these people come to your channel. Like PewDiePie, remember he was big into gaming at one point, right?
That's correct.
So what happens is if I'm not a gamer. So now let's say I got 20 million people that come to my site, my channel, who are gamers. And I'm doing vlogs and live streams and I'm not doing the silly stuff he does. I can easily lose content. Now what I have to try to do is to see how many of those 20 million I can peel off and keep. Hopefully a couple of 100,000, hopefully 10,000.
Well, let's say you get 100,000. Let's say you get a play button overnight.
Wow.
What is that worth?
Can I ask you this?
Because we're talking PewDiePie with 60 million.
Can I ask you this, Rebel?
Sure.
As I burp from my Diet Pepsi.
Pepsi.
Did PewDiePie do a shout out video that was posted on his channel to all his subscribers that became part of his videos, or did he do a live stream like this where he shouted a guy out?
PewDiePie has not started doing live streams, as far as I know, until kind of 2017, 2018, just recently.
So he did a video shout out for that person?
Yes. That's mostly what he used to do. That was most. I mean, he has thousands of videos, and I'm just using his as a reference because
no. I just wanted to get.
He is the largest guy on our platform.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
As far as subscriber base, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you could argue that some other smaller YouTubers who are growing really fast are more well known. You know what I mean?
See, I'm not opposed. See, I super chat people, but I super chat them mainly because I like them.
Yes.
And I know that they, they got expenses running their channel and all that. And every little bit helps here, 5 here, 10 there, 20 there,
It all adds up.
But
I think it's more that you want to support. If you like something, you go to pay for a movie. You know what I mean? Like if you want to go see a movie, you pay to see that movie. If you want candy bar, you just don't want any random candy bar. You want Snickers, Mars, whatever that candy may be. You know what I mean? Like you go pay for that because it's something that you want. Sometimes when you see something you enjoy, I mean, we donate sometimes usually closer to the holidays. If you see somebody ringing a bell out in front of Walmart or there's an animal organization that, you see something with, I'm not going to get into the specifics of which ones I'm talking about, but you may donate because those are causes that you want to support. It may be the YouTuber that you want to support. I think that's why Super Chat's there. Unfortunately, YouTube takes 30% of that.
Well, now, see, here's the problem. And see, I'm going to be honest. We want to have an honest talk, right?
Yes.
Because you want honesty, right?
Yes.
Everyone in the chat wants honesty, not fluffy, right?
I'm tired of lying. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So here's the deal. The Super Chat system, most people that Super Chat, myself included, channels, we actually know that most channels have a PayPal button on the home page. And most people know that Google takes 30% of our Super Chat. But if we go give that PayPal donation to that channel, that money is there for them to use right away to pay their bills. But they
get all of it.
We get generally all of it, and it's immediate. If someone in my chat goes, "Hey, Wacky, I just put $50 on your homepage PayPal because I want to support you," but you see, we find ourselves doing Super Chat. So are we caught up in the getting our name up there? Because
I think so. I think part of it is
we want to support the channel, but we know there's a PayPal, but I don't really want to take the time to go over to the homepage. You know what I'm saying? I'm just throwing it out. I'm throwing like some hard,
Well, you've got Twitter, which has a different. I'm not Twitter. But you have Twitch that has a different pay program. It's probably a little more difficult at first to use, for newbies coming into it. That's a new platform. That's a whole different.
You're sideways, Rebel.
Yeah, I'm trying to fix something here. I'm trying to actually join the chat. Like I said, now it won't let me join behind me. I got the other screen up.
You want to come in with your other computer, you mean?
I'm going to try that. Yeah, I'll be right back. Sorry, guys.
It's all good. It's all good.
Because I've had people ask me to set up so they could donate. I really don't think Super Chat's a good thing. Arcolin, have your mods link your PayPal through Stream. Well, see, here's the problem with Streamlabs that I have. I'll just throw this out while Rebel's going out. A lot of people don't realize when you get Streamlabs going, for a person to give you a donation through Streamlabs, you have to give Streamlabs permission to manage your YouTube channel, import all your contacts from Facebook, and a bunch of other stuff.
What?
Yes. If I was on a chat the other day, I wanted to give the guy $10, and it was Streamlabs. I'm like, cool, he'll get most $10. So I go into the Streamlabs. I'm starting to type in my credit card information or stuff, and it's like, great. How do you want to sign in? YouTube, Facebook. It gives you like 4 options. I'm like, no, I'll just sign in with YouTube. Click on it, and then it says you have to check. I agree. I agree to let Streamlabs manage my YouTube channel. I'm like, no way. Then I go to the Facebook one. I agree to let Streamlabs import like all my contacts. What? Just to give this channel a donation? No way. Yeah. So I think Streamlabs sounds great, but I think a lot of people don't even realize they're missing donations because people are like, screw. How many people are going to click agree to that? Maybe 1 out of 6, or whatever.
You'd be surprised if you get 20, 30 people.
I'm just saying that's why I don't like Streamlabs. And I went on the
especially the young people that, you're in your young 20s. You've got a credit card and you're used to the internet and you don't mind. That's the way they're raising the youth now, is to let everything manage everything else. And so everybody that has a site on the internet can access any of your information anywhere. And the young people are used to this. I think it's the older people that'll balk at it, but look at all the gamers, all the young people out there. They're going to agree to it.
You calling me old, Brenda?
Oh man.
Well, maybe more seasoned than young people. You're a little more seasoned.
Yes, I like a fine wine. I get better with age.
That's right. That's right. But the young ones, that college age, just got out of college, whatever, just got out of high school, they've got their first credit card. Now they're going on the internet. They can put money in there to support other channels and big shot around and get their name called out. Look at me, look at me. They'll agree to all that.
Well, this is true. This is true. I ain't gonna lie. Look at me.
I gotta admit, Mel, when you first said you wanted to do this live stream tonight, I was like, how can we talk about this for that? This is a great topic you brought up, actually.
Hey, what's up, Creative Spirit? Thank you, Green Bay.
I mean, really, I mean that.
Yeah. I mean,
I have PayPal on my channel, and I tell them, if you feel so inclined that you'd like to donate to the channel, it helps me buy craft supplies and helps me be able to bring you videos and teach you how to use different things here for the channel. And it also helps to buy some equipment once in a while. So, if you would like to donate, it's not necessary, but you can go hit the PayPal button, and the link is in the description of the video for your convenience. And, leave it at that.
I think I'm going to start dancing for Super Chat. I'm just going to start, dancing a jig or something. I don't know. Stripping or something. I don't know.
Oh, well, see now, Rebel, he's got that. He's going to be putting that pole in, he said, in his living room.
That's funny.
See, now here's Jeff Leopard has posted a comment I haven't addressed. He's posted like a few times there. I want to just address it real quick.
Okay.
It's a good point, but is it going? He says, have your mods link or drop your PayPal link during the chats.
You can do that.
But isn't that sort of saying, hey, I'd love it if you guys give me some money? I mean, is that wrong? Well, I mean,
I don't think so, because like I say, it costs money to be able to do these shows, because you have to buy computers, you have to buy sound equipment, your microphones, your cameras. And for me, there's added supplies and tools and things that I need to be able to do my job. I'm on a fixed income. I'm not asking anybody to donate anything, but if they like my content and they want to support me, that's one way to do it.
Another way for any of this stuff.
Well, now
no, they start. No, I did.
See, that's the thing I think, though, sometimes too people forget is there is a lot of time that gets put into the channel. I Man, I'm out in my garage right now. This garage cost me $150 a month to heat just to do my live streams out here, you know? I mean, that's real money that I pay every month, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I just invested like $400 in equipment. You know, that's real money I spent, you know?
Yeah, it's not, and that it goes for anybody out there that's watching these that does shows. They know that it costs money to do this, and not everybody can afford to give, and I understand that. And I give freely of my time and my expertise to be able to show them the creative things that I do so that they can go and duplicate it or, you know, put their spin on their creative talents as well. But if somebody says, hey, you know, there's a gal and she's really trying to do something nice out there. She's got some good videos and she's trying to improve her channel. You know, let me slip her a few bucks to try to help her out a little bit. And they feel so inclined to do that, that's fine. But don't do it because you want me to shout your name out.
Now, I'm gonna put this to Rebel now once he gets back in here because I want to get his take on this.
I'm here.
Welcome back, Rebel.
Oh yeah, he's on the Powerhouse computer and he's got the Blue Yeti. He's back. I put a pop filter on this Blue Yeti tonight. I'll have to see what it sounds like.
What's the question?
The question is, when are you going to get the pole up there so that you can be dancing for dollars?
Yeah. Well, I just want your take on this because I was giving the example of, hey, sometimes people go to the casino and they gamble, you know, because it's fun and they drop $100, right?
Right.
Just to you, since you didn't answer it, do you think it's wrong for people that just think it's fun to super chat people to see their name light up if they can afford it? You know, like, hey,
no, not if they can afford it. No, and also back to what we're saying about supporting your creator. Ad revenue gets paid, as we know, at certain times.
That sounded crazy. Which creator are you talking about? Our Lord and Savior or the creators on YouTube?
Video creators.
No, he just said supporting your creator. I'm like, what you talking about?
That's called donations, and there's usually like an offering plate that gets passed around.
Yeah, that's Sunday morning, ain't it?
Super chat plate.
There you go.
But no, your creators, video creators, get paid at certain intervals. Now, a super chat can help fill that void in the in between time. Same as a PayPal, same as a Patreon, and etc. Because there's other platforms that you can get paid from.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a benefit also. You know, it makes up that in between time too.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
I was just curious because I personally don't have a problem with people that want to see their name up in lights if it makes them feel good and they have the money and they want to support the channel. I don't look at them like in a bad light or anything like that.
No, I don't think we should in any way. You know what? It is fun to super chat people.
You know, it is fun. Man, it's funny. Especially, it is kind of fun. You do it once and then twice. Sometimes if you got the extra money and you love that channel, man, I've done it where I've done one, another one, another one, another, and the freaking person's just freaking out. And it just everyone's.
Well, I like what Random Life says. She says people also must accept that YouTube is a passion. People brought equipment to engage with their hobby. People need to also realize as a creator needs to actually create good content to get super chat.
Yes.
Hey, Charlie's got a good point there. I thought that might have been a troll, but I read it. I think that's a good point, actually. Sometimes when you see, did you read that one by Charlie?
Yeah, I see it. It says struggling channels need to stop hating on channels getting more donations than them. If people want to give for whatever reason they want to, then that's up to them. Yeah, there's a point to that.
Yeah, there's always going to be those haters.
Well, this is not that live stream. When there's no haters in this live stream.
No, I mean human nature on the internet.
I mean, what I'll tell people on the flip side of what Charlie said is that we don't want people to feel pressured to have to give for whatever reason. And that's the problem.
Agreed.
When you're doing these things, you have to explain to people that this is still under your free will, you know?
Yeah, give what you can afford, and if only if you want to.
Sandra, two-dimensional paranormal investigator, says, yes, it's true, but didn't we start our channels to get people to like our videos, not the money? I didn't know you got paid off of YouTube for doing what you do.
Yeah, you can. There's several different ways to get paid too. I'll get into that later, but back to what we were, the main topic that I didn't get to touch on earlier because I was having computer issues trying to sign into this room. There's a difference between, let's use 3 just to keep it simple. 3 different channels, 3 different YouTube channels. The channel that started today, who's asking for a super chat, let's say they meet the criteria, 240,000 minutes and 1,000 subscribers, and they have super chat. Let's just use that for instance. Or we go back to last year. A channel that started today was that's asking for that. What are they offering versus a channel that's somewhere in the middle with over 100,000 subscribers versus somebody at the end who's like PewDiePie? If someone said, hey, will you super chat me to do that? I mean, there may be a channel that loses its monetization that may do that in the future. That could happen, you know? And yeah. I don't mean like, I'm not saying that, you know, that all their money's taken away. I mean, there's different ways, like I said, to make money on YouTube, but a channel that's, we'll go back to PewDiePie. Like when he lost his sponsorships, you know, he needed to make up his revenue in different ways. If he started giving shout outs with 60 million subscribers, I think the numbers would have went crazy on his channel, just on a super chat. Think about that.
Yeah. I have to address a comment that Fury is making, 009. He says, if people are trying to buy super chat for subs and views, they are better off buying subs and views from a third-party website. I disagree with that.
I do too.
That's gonna get you into more trouble than you could ever imagine.
And not only that,
cracking down.
Not only that,
the POS.
Yeah, it's against terms of service, and a bunch of dead subscribers or people who don't watch or don't view your content and never comes to your live chat just so you can have a high number for social proofing. No, they're
going to eliminate them anyway.
Well, tell people more about social proof in Rebel State, because I don't know if everybody knows what that is.
So we'll go back to the high school days and middle school where the popular kids, you know, have X amount of friends, and some of the outcasts have less friends, or somebody drives a nice car or whatever. That's that kind of social proofing that I'm speaking of. And when sometimes people see a large subscriber base, they're like, ooh, you know, they get excited. But if they didn't earn it, if they bought it, you know what I mean? Like sometimes people can get away with, I've seen it on different social media platforms where people don't really have the content or the requirements. And that's why I'm saying different social media. I'm using Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, a lot of different ones when I speak of this, because I've seen people who obviously purchased, you know, these followers, these subscribers, these whatever, to try to make themselves look better, you know.
All my subscribers love me, even the ones that don't watch.
I'd rather have I'd rather have people who are, you know, who care about, you know, our content, you know, as creators, than a subscriber number that I've paid for that never interact, never view, and they could possibly, you know, make me lose a channel. It's not worth it.
In the words of Snoop Doggy Dogg, you don't love me, you just love my doggy style.
That's right. Get over here to the chat so I can see what's
well, at least if you get a subscriber from a real person through a chat or something like that, even if they don't end up watching your content, at least you know they're real. Those third-party things like you were talking about in the chat there, trying to buy subscribers, those will just be like phony dummy accounts scattered all across the world, you know.
And the sad thing is, there's been plenty of YouTube purges, you know, where they take those and if they're clearly, you know, not an engaging YouTuber, or excuse me, not an engaging account. Let's use that word. Not an engaging account. YouTube purges them from its massive list, you know, and that happens. I mean, that's insane.
Do they wear masks when they purge?
No, remember that song "Mask Off"?
Yeah. That's funny.
No, I'm not gonna sing that. I was about to sing the song.
I know.
I was just looking at Neotech PHSY came here to get some subscribers. Yeah, it came to the right place. Deep talk tonight, though. A lot of support here.
Yeah, a lot of support. What's up? Bust down.
A lot of relationships get made here.
Yeah, that's what she said.
But I mean, go back to that question that I proposed to you. I mean, somebody who's a brand new channel versus somebody who's on the end. I mean, do you think? I think there's a.
I'm listening. What's going on? What are you saying, Rebel? You going
There's
in
a
and
feedback.
out?
Do you guys hear that echo?
No.
No, not at all, actually.
Wow. Okay. It's only me, huh?
Yep, it must be you. I'm not hearing it.
Oh, one second.
If it's that Yeti, I had problems with mine last night. I made some adjustments today, and it seems to be working flawlessly.
I think I had to mute the YouTube part. Okay. So
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah, look at Huntress Warrior. I met a lot of good people off the Wacky Fam channel. I hear that a lot. There's a good caliber of people that come through here. Brenda knows that.
Yep. Good supporters out there.
What's going on, 420 Dean Blazing? Thank you for coming through.
I think a new channel would not be able to allow that to happen. It just wouldn't work for them. That model would not work for them to be able to sell shout outs for super chats. A larger one would possibly be able to do something like that.
And 420 Dean Blazing, for everyone in the chat, I know it's smaller, just like 30. Just a reminder, Dean, my good YouTube brother, is the first channel that ever hit 1,000 subscribers in the Wacky Chat. He will always hold that title. Out of my 200 channels or so that have gotten 1,000 subscribers, 420 Dean Blazing was the very first. Just so you know.
It's the OG out there. I hear you.
What is super chat baiting? 00.
Super chat baiting?
Yeah, he's got a comment.
I never heard that.
That's Fat Boy. Well, anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, Fat Boy. Let us know.
By the way, that's not derogatory. That was like a name he used for himself. I wasn't calling someone fat.
No, we know. I've seen Fat Boy before.
I know. I can see that now. You're calling people fat. Hey, look, guys, I'm over.
PHAT.
What does he mean by that, though?
Live stream baiting.
Yeah, have you ever heard of live stream baiting?
Yes.
Oh wait, Rebel has. What is it? I don't know what it is.
I want him to answer first before I go into those, because it can mean different things.
Oh, it says I'm an e-beggar and proud. Oh my God! I just saw that. I'm not touching that one.
Well, hey, they're a good Wacky supporter. They come here all the time. That's a Native American name, by the way.
I love the Native American people.
Yep.
I see the definition. I guess I'll read it. Where friends get together and donate to get others to donate. That's live stream baiting.
But see, therein lies the problem. Like I said, 30%. If you do that, it's a lose-lose situation.
Well, how does that make sense? Because they're losing 30%.
No, I don't think we're talking about, where a friend comes in and donates to somebody. Now, I've seen that where somebody will have a friend come in and donate super chat. I think they're talking basically like if you were to host MelMel, Brenda, and myself, and we were to help gain some super chats for you.
Say it again, Rebel. Say that again. If
you were to have MelMel, myself, and Brenda here, and that would be the only functional way to do it. Because if MelMel was on the external part of the chat and MelMel was to donate, let's call it, we'll use it for simple numbers. If MelMel was to donate $100, you would get 70 of that. And then when MelMel had a live stream, you would donate that 70 back, but then you're losing the 30% of it, be somewhere around $45. You know what I mean? Like you would always constantly be losing. But if you were to invite people onto your panel and rally like I don't know, like a telethon, we'll use that word, like a telethon, you know what I mean? Then that would be kind of baiting too, to try to boost that, and maybe you split the profits in the end.
It sounds like collusion behind the scenes,
right?
You know?
Russian collusion.
I mean, hey, you know, YouTube.
That seems kind of odd, though, that it would really, people would be, I don't know.
I think it'd be
Why
more.
Would it?
I think it'd be more. I think the people you would. It wouldn't seem natural, and you would actually see it. You know what I mean? Like you'd be able to spot it pretty much until those scammers, you know, have perfected their craft at it, whatever. Because there's people who scam all the time. I mean, Mel sees it every day, I'm sure, in New York. He lives in the city.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
yes, I do.
And whether it's somebody dressed up as a homeless person or it is actually a homeless person, and you know, I like the people who are honest about it. I give homeless people money because they need it. You know what I mean? Because if they're willing to stoop far enough to beg for it, they probably need it. You know what I mean?
Not always.
But there is those examples. There are those exceptions. I agree. There are those exceptions to the rule.
There's one guy on the trains in New York City. He gets on a train, he begs for money or whatever the case may be. And you would think that this guy is a guy from Detroit, another guy with no legs. And they get on there and they beg all day. You would think these guys had no money. At the end of the day, if you look at the back of the train and you see them counting their money, sometimes these guys are getting more than we receive in a day's pay just for begging for money on the train.
Yes.
And what do you do with that?
See, I think the biggest thing, like, I'm looking at the title that I called this stream, Should You Buy Shoutouts? I think the biggest thing is a lot of new YouTubers don't understand the whole super chat thing and thing. They think that that's the way to grow their channel and get their name out there.
Well,
it's a way to go broke.
Yeah.
I've even seen some new YouTubers who didn't understand the promotion part of YouTube, and every time they put up a video, they were paying YouTube to promote them. They lost a lot of money and got little views for it because, you know.
Oh my goodness. I got to admit, I did that like a few years ago on a couple videos. I didn't know what it was. I clicked on it and it took me to the AdSense page and it's like, hey, you got a credit card? Want to get some views? I was like, oh, wow, this is from Google. This must be legit. And I dropped like $150 or something, like, you know, on a couple videos, and I got all these views, right? Like 4,000, 5, whatever it was. I'm like, this is great. And I'm looking, I'm going, where's the comments? There's none. I'm like, no comments.
They're breaking their own terms of service, selling views.
Subscribers, there's none. And I was just like, oh wow, what a scam. and that was the only time I did it. And I was like, I'll never do that again.
There's nothing wrong with paying to advertise your content. The key is that, what are you advertising? Let's say you have a video that does 4,000 views. There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I want to advertise this video. It's just, how far do you go?
But I don't think that YouTube or Google, with how you would pay them for the views, they were serving up views. I don't know where those views were coming from. I don't really think people were even watching.
It would be interesting to take a video on a new channel and try that and look at the analytics on the backside and see where those views are coming from.
I didn't get any comments, nothing. So I attributed, my thought was possibly that it's a suggested video maybe that got clicked on. Right. And then it was like, oh, I didn't want to click on that. And they just left it without even watching it. Because it was, to them, it was more of a spam. I don't know. But I never did it again. And I'm not saying nothing, Google. You're my hand that feeds me. You give me my platform, you know.
let's go back
Guys, don't do the promote button on the videos. You'll go broke for nothing. I did. Shut up.
It depends, man. It depends on where your video is. I suggest that if somebody's gonna promote their video, let it be a video where you've already gained traction.
If it looks like it's going viral, I would definitely pay to promote it then.
Yeah, But if you just upload a video and you don't know where it's gonna go, that could be problematic.
Oh yeah, that's right. Watch my cheesehead video and promote it. Thank you. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, shameless plug. Shameless plug.
We all have
So what was the answer everybody pretty much gave? If we're just looking for a black and white answer, a clear defined answer, no gray.
No, it was all gray. It was all over the board.
Yeah, I know it is. I mean the whole thing's great because I know MelMel kind of brought the topic up with his live stream.
Yeah. I was just doing it. I did it off of a whim, to tell you the truth. I was in somebody's live stream. I won't say the name. Somebody I'm subscribed to. And this wasn't the first time they've done this. They've done multiple live streams where they've asked for money. And it's like just for a shout out.
Wow.
But how, let me ask you this, MelMel. You're saying you were in a channel that was today, earlier?
Yeah.
How big was the channel? Just to give me sort of a, I'm not looking for names, but
Couple of 100,000.
Okay, so a big one. Okay. And the host actually said that to the audience?
Well, that's a common understood rule. They've said it before, yes.
How many times did they shout out, and was it sincere? Was it something, or it was just like a robotic?
It was one of those things where you're gonna basically acknowledge the people that donate money to you. But it's hard to tell if it's really sincere or not.
But so you watched some people doing it, of course, right?
Yes.
And did the big channel just like say, "Hey, Jermaine Smith just gave me $20. Thanks, Jermaine." And that was it?
What they'll do is that they'll encourage you to leave a message. So you'll donate and leave a message, and they'll read your message in the super chats.
No, back to what I was saying about if you were trying to reach a creator and it has a crazy, a couple thousand people in the live chat, and it's flying by so fast, you may want to get a message across, and you may be willing to spend $1 to do that. You know what I mean? $1.
Let that be because you want to do it, not because you have to.
Well, yeah, I'm saying that, yeah. But
that's the problem.
Yeah, you're trying to reach somebody. Maybe it's for whatever reason. I mean, there could be millions of reasons. You're trying to reach that person. You have something you want to say or contribute. You could do it. You could jump ahead of those 1,000 people who are in the chat by putting your message out, and they'll probably read it.
I agree.
But nothing comes of it. I've gone on big channels and super chatted them. As soon as the super chat's over and they read your message you get nothing out of it. So I only wanted to do it on channels where I actually liked, so I knew that the money would go to the channel I liked. So I didn't really care I wasn't looking for a return on it, It was just kind of for fun. I like the channel,
Well, I'll be right back, folks. I got to use the bathroom. I shall return.
Oh my goodness. Mute your mic.
I'm not leaving.
Mute that mic. Mute the mic. No, just kidding.
I won't take it into the bathroom, but everything's still running. It's still gonna run.
Okay.
Yeah.
Turn the camera on.
MelMel has gone, renegade here to the bathroom.
What was your answer, Brenda? Because I didn't get to hear your answer.
Oh, June.
Hi, June.
My answer was I'm not for sale.
Gotcha.
If somebody wants to donate to my channel because they like my content and they want to see me grow my channel, be able to buy more craft supplies and equipment and things that I need to better the channel, that's one thing. But don't be donating because you have some kind of a complex that you want to hear your name shouted out. I'm not up with that.
Yeah, and I said it before too, Rebel. I think this before you got here. This has happened to me. I've had it happen where people kind of come back and kind of try to use the fact that they donated money to get something, and I'm like, wow, you're really pressuring me here for something. Like they want some extra treatment or something, and I try to tell people, if you donate, do it because you want to support the channel, not because you want me to, like, every stream shout out your video that you want people to watch about how to boil water, or something,
Right. I think entertainment value is is always worth something. It's worth the person's time who creates it. It's worth something. It's worth the time for you to watch it. And if you really support, you know, I mean, like there's so many things you can go into with that.
Yeah, I was just saying that, you know, the whole idea of the buying the shout out thing, if you do super chat people, don't do it to later kind of say to them, hey,
Yes.
you know, I get, you know,
Yeah.
everything you give, just give it to, you know,
because you want to.
And don't look into that. And don't look into that too deeply.
Dave, it doesn't have to be super chat either. I mean, there's a lot of different ways that people can try to, you know, buy and influence you. I've had in the past people say, oh, you know, I'll support your channel and I'll tell all my friends to come over there and sub, but they would expect me to send them either supplies or artwork or something of that nature for them to do that. They weren't doing it out of the goodness of their heart. They expected something in return. And I you know, I don't feel right about that either. You know, if it's somebody that I solicit to go do the work for me, and I say, hey, look, you know, if you go do this for me, then I'm willing to give you, you know, whatever. That's one thing. But for them to come to me and say, you know, I will support your channel and send you subscribers and supporters if you do this in return for me, I don't like that.
Shannon L brought up an employment and a question. She said, "What about those that use their platform to constantly beg for money? Are they begging for the?" I'm going to get Shannon to answer. Are they begging for themselves? Or are they begging for other people?
The ones that I've seen were begging for themselves.
Probably.
That's what they were calling e-beggars a while ago.
Yeah, because
by the way, the example I was giving earlier came up a few times where I had some channels in the past that just went way overboard on being inappropriate. They really couldn't come here anymore because of that. And then they would like get a hold of me, but I super chatted you all this money. It's like, dudes and dudettes, it doesn't mean you can say and do whatever you want, you know, when it affects the community out there, you know?
Yeah.
So
and Shannon said yes themselves.
You know, I don't know about that because, see, that doesn't really bother me. And here's why. You might laugh at this. It doesn't bother me channels that would, like the one who said, I'm an e-beggar and I'm proud of it. Who was that, Huawei or whatever?
Yeah.
That cracked me up. I'm not really opposed to a channel. If they want to constantly ask for money, here's why. I don't think you'll stay in that chat if you're not into that channel. So if I went there
they
and
weed themselves out,
I would just leave. I mean, I'm not really into this. This chat's all about you begging for money. I might leave. So let the people that are into the channel be there that want to support it, you know? So I'm not really against it because I just won't be there probably.
Exactly. I think
find it if I go to a channel and they're begging for money for themselves, I find it a turn off. And I'm probably not going to go back to that channel anymore if I see that. But I could be an exception to the rule. I don't know. I can just speak for myself personally that I don't like it. Now, I realize that there are people that get down on their luck and that they may need a little bit of assistance, but I don't know that getting on YouTube and having a live stream and crying and whining about what your personal problems are is the answer. There are charities out there that you can go to. There's some government assistance and things that's available. There are different avenues that you can take to get assistance without getting on and begging strangers for a handout.
No, most people are on some kind of fixed income, whatever it may be. Maybe they're limited by when they get paid, how they get paid, or they're disabled.
Right.
And I'm saying people who are able-bodied, like when I say, you know, they're limited by they only get paid every Monday, every Friday, whatever it may be. There may be a point where they get caught in between with some financial hardness, you know, somebody's hospital bills, whatever. And I could understand people going in, you know, and that they need help for that incident or that time frame, but to do it every single day in and out, 365, only 25 days is oof.
You know, I mean, I can relate. I'm on fixed income. I know exactly what you're talking about, but I don't think that getting on YouTube and a live stream and begging people for help, or even making a video about it and begging for help is the route to go. There are other avenues out there that can help you with your whatever your temporary assistance needs may be to get you out of your rut.
It doesn't bother me that people do it. It just doesn't mean that I may be, I might not really be into that channel,
Well, my point is, I think it's a channel killer.
Yeah, I don't think a channel like that's going to grow. In the short term, they might think, wow, this is great. I just got $40 given to me, but their channel's not going to become a,
I think it all weeds itself out.
Yeah, it's not going to go anywhere,
People, birds of a feather flock together. People are attracted by things that they won't need or like. If they don't dislike it, they're not going to hang around. If they don't want it, they're probably not going to buy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the hardest thing too is that, and I'll be the first to admit it, I see Cab 7's in there. All right, welcome. I see it a lot of times where people, they'll say, "Oh, I need money," and they're sitting there smoking cigarettes. And then people start getting mean, like, "Well, stop smoking cigarettes. You can probably pay your bill," So it could almost be a real. You can start some firestorms, Have you ever seen that? I've seen that a lot.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of crazy things, especially on the internet. Holy crap!
Yeah,
I think you could take it in a different direction. There's just, like I said, I can think of at least 100 ways to make money with YouTube.
June Gall says, so if I did a stream or two about the fact that I need a double lung transplant and asked for help with the cost, I'm no good? ?
No.
I didn't say that you're not good. I said that it's probably not going to be real good for your channel if you do that. But, I can see that, there is an issue there that, you may need a little bit of help with, but I'm not sure that taking it the YouTube route is the right way to go.
Yeah. And just to clarify what I was meaning to say on that is that we were talking about, it came up in the chat, people that beg for money, just like e-beggars, not someone who would say I need to raise money for a lung transplant. We were just kind of talking about the people
who are able-bodied working, who don't have physical disabilities, people who just are lazy.
Yeah, and we were just saying it might turn people off from coming to your channel because they might not want to hear that. They might, I kind of wanted to watch some videos or talk. It might turn people off. It might make your channel not grow. But my position, I said it before, nothing against anyone who asks for money.
I think a lot of people come to YouTube to either learn or to be entertained. And I don't think they're going to find it entertaining to hear somebody saying, hey, I need money for this, that, or the other thing, whether it be for medical expenses or whether it be for groceries or for craft supplies or you need money for rent because you came up short this month for whatever reason. I don't think people want to hear that when they come to YouTube. But like I say, your mileage may vary. Maybe that's what you come to YouTube for.
I think here, June Gall, just to answer her question, because everyone knows I love June Gall. I think it came out of the chat, the term e-beggar. I think people use that term just to talk about sort of kind of smooth talking, kind of, hey guys, just help me out. I need money. I don't really want to work. Just come on, give me some money. Get in my PayPal. Come on, give me some money. Give me some money. Come on, man. Just give me some. I think the people in the chat were just talking about those kind of people. I don't think they were.
Well,
don't look into it too deeply.
Yeah, it goes into this super chat thing too, Dave. Just like we were talking about. Give me money and I'll shout out your name. Give me money and I'll shout out your name. You don't give me money, I'm not going to shout out your name. And you hear that time after time after time when you go into somebody's live stream. That's begging. You're begging for money so that you can shout out somebody's name. Now, if the individual out there thinks that it's going to really do them any good to pay you whatever it is, $5, $10, $20, $50, whatever it is to get their name shouted out, then that's kind of on them. I think it's wrong, but if they've got the money and that's how they want to spend it for gratification, then, I guess that's on them. But that's what we're talking about, e-begging, where you're begging people for money constantly. And there's no gratification out of either the giver or the receiver.
On the flip side, there's some channels I would pay not to shout me out.
There's a new question in the chat. How many channels would you pay to not shout you out? Now, that's a new one. Rebel. This guy's brilliant. That's why we're friends. Ooh. Do you have a channel? No, I'm just kidding.
I won't mention any names.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, so yeah, June Gall. That's a.
Well, I mean, listen.
It came more out of the chat, that subject. It was a little off.
Let me touch on a couple other little things that kind of go with this. Like I said, there's so many dynamics to it. Do you remember Sally Struthers?
Well, I do know Sally Struthers, but what does Huawei mean here? E-beggar was a derogatory term that haters told my friend to be mean. He's a single dad who does YouTube full time. Okay, sorry, I just wanted to read that real quick.
Yeah.
From Huawei.
There's a lot of people that do YouTube full time, but I wouldn't consider them to be e-beggars. There are people that do YouTube full time. They make a full time career out of putting out really nice videos, and people feel so inclined that they would like to donate to that cause. That's one thing, but to donate to the cause because you want your name shouted out. Getting out of that, you get your name shouted out one time. If anybody does subscribe to you because that you've thrown a few dollars at that host, they're probably not going to stay subscribed. They're probably not even going to be interested in your content and watch your videos. So you really gain nothing from doing that. An e-beggar is somebody, oh, give me money. I need money.
Hello. I'm back.
Hello.
And I think too, I think you would find people that people call these e-beggars. I don't know if you'll really find a lot of content on their channel. Would you really find would they actually be making videos, or are they more just doing live streams for money?
I think it depends on the channel.
Yeah, it depends on the channel. I've seen some that have a little bit of content to them, but even then, it's whining because they have some kind of a bad circumstance in their life. Now, listen, we've all got bad circumstances in our life from time to time, but there again, I don't think coming to YouTube and begging strangers for money is the way to go. There's other routes that you can take.
I was going to use the example of Sally Struthers because Matthew Drake said he remembers who she was. She used to run the Child Fund. Excuse me? Yep. You guys remember that? I think we can all kind of agree. God the good one, $2. Can I get a big shout out for money, please? God.
Oh my God.
So back to Sally Struthers. I think we all can recognize it was for a good cause. Now, behind the scenes, how much money was actually going to the children, that's different. But e-begging, whether it's on YouTube or internet, or Ethernet, what the E stands for.
E-bigger.
I would say TV was even that too. There was probably times where people didn't want to watch that repeated video that constantly played, In 10 cents a day, you can feed a child,
That's funny.
That's funny.
Green Bay Wacky got a shout out for money.
I love that. That's funny.
Well, just so you know, guys, God the good one comes here all the time. It's been a big Wacky supporter. And wow, that was quite the shout out there.
Okay, your $2 is up. Next. Nice.
Matthew Drake said he paid 10 cents per kid for a packet of seeds. Wow, I paid for that. LOL. Yeah, it was 2 to 10 cents. I remember 10 cents a day could feed a child there. That tells you the inflation rates in the third world versus first world countries, what it can cost somebody to actually raise a child. To raise a child.
Wow, wow.
China's offered to take American prisoners to offset some of our debt that we owe China and actually house them, ship them there and house them, American prisoners, because it would cost less, because the way the American penal system set up and the profits that are behind that, they're not government control, whatever. They're for profit. They get paid so much money to let's call it $30,000 to
Some of those Chinese jails are hard, man. That's hard living, man.
Hey, I don't disagree, but China's offered to take all American prisoners and house them over there for half of the price. Half of the price. And my puppy's over there making all kind of noise. To house them for half the price, and the other half would pay off some of our national debt to them.
Don't be surprised if you see a lot of criminals getting shipped to China.
No, I don't think it's going to happen, because it would cut into the money that's here.
Well, it's a flight risk as well too. Who's to say that some of these folks, if they escape and they get free in China, now you got a U.S. convict free in China. Oh my God!
I think it's going to be pretty easy to pick them out, though. You're not going to blend in very well.
This is true, but I'm not worried about them blending in. I'm worried about the damage they could do.
Oh, I agree with that too. I'm just talking about it wouldn't be hard. They wouldn't be able to blend into society very, very easily, very readily,
unless they're Chinese American.
Yeah. Or even pretty much any Asian American,
There you go. Part of a triad gang, you go over there to China, to the motherland, to the mainland. All of a sudden, things looking a little different.
Yeah.
Not trying to scare nobody.
Here, I want to say something here. I think we went off. I don't want people to get the wrong idea here about one thing here. I just want to squash this whole thing we started talking about with this e-beggar thing, because some things I see in the chat, I think here I'm going to sum it up this way. Just be careful with what you see on the internet. That's all. Just be careful who you're going to give to, because I've seen people have come to my channel, hey, Wacky, and they do this privately. Can you help such and such my friend? They got in a car accident. And they give me a link to a GoFundMe account, and the GoFundMe account's for like $45,000. No, I'm not kidding. This has happened lots of times.
I'm sorry.
I'm like, I can't get. Maybe they did get in a car accident. Maybe they are in the hospital. I have no idea, but I have no way to verify that. There's no way I can go out and promote and say. To be honest, I've gotten away from charitable causes, and not to be a jerk. It's just come to my attention. There's too many scams out there.
Well, my mama used to say,
and I don't know which ones are real.
Yeah.
Waggy, my mama used to say, if you're going to wish for a lot, because you ain't going to get nothing. So maybe that's why they're putting up that big amount of money on that.
Well, I'm not kidding. I've had this happen 10 times, 20 times. They're like, they give me a link and they say, hey, Wacky, can you shout me my friend out in the chat and let everyone know and drop the link? I'm not kidding. They're like, and I go to the link to see what it is. It's a GoFundMe account for $30,000. No explanation. It'll just say in there, I was hurt in a car accident. I need to get whole again, or something like that. No, I'm not kidding. I'm like,
I'm sorry. I'm laughing. Oh my God. The scams are real.
So I don't want anyone in the chat to be offended, because there could be people in the chat that say, hey, I go on my channel and ask for money. I'm not an Look, that term came out of the chat, e-beggar. That's not like up in the panel here. We didn't make that term up. It came out of the chat, okay? And it was just
no. That's something that came along before we started this live stream.
Right, right. So we're not knocking anyone that wants to ask for money on YouTube. It's your channel. You can do what we want. What we were just trying to say is it might hurt your channel is all. And
it will hurt your channel.
If you are someone that that likes to give to people, just be cautious. If you don't care and you just want to give the money to someone regardless and not check into it, then do it if it makes you feel good.
No. I say this: be wise.
Be wise. Be careful. But
that money. Go ahead. Even if it's extra money, that money could go to some good causes. That money could go to feeding your family, paying some bills. I just didn't want to get off topic.
We were talking about paying for shout outs, and all of a sudden we kind of got into the e-beggar thing, and it kind of went, people in the chat might be like, anyway, I want to squash it and forget about that.
Sounds like it touched the chord. Well,
I started thinking about it because look at June Gall's thing. So if I wanted to ask for donations for a double lung thing and I was like, well, of course you could ask for that. It's your channel, I just don't want the wrong impression to come out of the chat. What YouTube is. I can see it where some people fly out of the chat. You're not believe this. These friggin' people, rebels, they're making fun of people that ask for money on YouTube. No,
listen.
At the end of the day, it is your channel to do what you see fit and you want to do with it. Don't let us or anybody else tell you how to run your channel and run your railroad and do your own thing. I'm just saying, personally, I don't think it's going to do your channel a whole lot of good. If you can do it and make it successful and it works for you, grab that bull by the horns and wrestle that sucker.
I say it like this, just to add to what you were saying, Green Bay. You could do your thing and do it the way where you're not trying to offend anybody. I don't care what you say, what you do. Somebody's going to be offended by something that you're saying, no matter what.
Yeah.
I mean, we could have stayed. Yeah. I mean, we could stay on topic the whole time, and somebody's going to say, I don't like the fact that they're talking about paying for shout outs. I want to pay for all the shout outs. Okay, we'll do that.
Would you like some examples of? I'll give you a large YouTuber, one that I respect as a creator.
Go ahead.
I don't respect his politics, but I respect him as a creator. But we can differ on that. You know what I mean? That's not
don't go my name. I don't want to get my channel taken away.
No, I'm talking about Casey Neistat. Now, Casey is friends with a lot of YouTubers, of all different sizes. And a year ago, he put up a title. He said, "We have 10 days to get $1 million." That was the title of the video. We have 10 days to get $1 million. So one of the creators came up with an idea. It's called the Love Army for Somalia. That's the American refugee community, the ARCrelief.org, if you guys are familiar with that. And it was a GoFundMe that he started a year ago. They raised the money. And then he made another title that came out a year ago. This is right around the same time. It says, in all lowercase letters, it says, he needs a little help. Now, he was talking about Marlon's GoFundMe that he started. This is the UPS fella.
Yeah, I remember that.
Right. And then 4 years ago, Casey Neistat did one that was for the typhoon that happened. It was a something. It was UNICEF. I remember that.
Yeah.
And it was 25,000. What would you do? Yeah, he said his title was, "What would you do with 25,000?" Now, what I liked about the way they did it, especially we'll go back to the first example I gave about the $1 million. No one profited from it except for the Somalians. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It may be the security that they needed for clean water and food to be distributed, so that they actually had an army to protect them, so that $1 million worth of stuff didn't get robbed by rebels. Let's just put it that way. You know what I mean? Or paramilitary.
Yeah, militia.
And then with Marlon's case, after like a day, I don't think it was even a day with his GoFundMe, they came back. He was like, okay, that's enough, guys. We've raised enough money, because there's a point where you have to stop. Like I think they raised $151,797 in one day for Marlon, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, and that went basically towards the American Kidney Fund, National Kidney Foundation of Michigan, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that. That kind of helped out with who he was taking care of. Here's the thing about super chats that most people. I'm sitting here talking about taxes. Let's say it's December 30th, 31st. No, I won't even use that. Let's say it gets down towards one of the last days, and somebody was to like Mr. Beast was to come into one of your live streams, and do a $30,000 donation, a $50,000 donation or more. Now they put you in a different tax bracket.
Yes.
They can hurt you more than help you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people have even considered that possibility.
Yeah. There's some people that want that problem.
Yeah. Hey, more money, more problems. Who said it? Who said it?
I think there's a big difference, though, between Casey Neistat and what he's doing with these organizations, and somebody saying, "Hey, you know, I need some money for groceries, and I need a handout here, and you know, I need some cigarettes, and you know, so if you super chat me over some bucks, you know, that would be great." I think there's a big difference.
I heard that too. I know who you're talking about. I'm stepping away from that one, but yeah.
Let's use a typical example. Since Brenda's so familiar with it.
Can I say one thing? I've never seen this in the chat. I've done live streams forever. Look at Shannon L's comment. I've never had someone come to my chat that said they got here because someone was hating on me.
Yeah, I saw that.
Welcome. Okay, go ahead, Rebels.
I missed that. I see Shannon L. That's an incredible story. I didn't see the chat though.
Yeah, I saw that. She says, I actually found you because someone hating on you, and I sure don't feel it. Loving the deeper chat.
Aw. I think let's use the classic example since June Gall is so familiar with this. The typical teenage to 40s, roughly, stripper who's going back to college. I think they have a way to work that system. You know what I mean? We're talking about about begging and hustling, whether it's on the street or it's in a strip club. I think there's, or if it's a GoFundMe, you know what I mean? There's an art to that too, and those people have learned how to manipulate it and understand it and put it to their advantage.
Yeah.
But I think as a YouTube channel, if you're doing those things, I think you will attract the people that you need, and the other people you will turn off. Period.
Yes, I agree. Those are deep words.
Those are deep words at the Green Bay Wacky chat tonight.
There you go. Live
from 99.6 in super stereo sound. Wise words from Rebel State Sovereign. That's good, Rebel. Made the panel silent. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, wow. I mean, I don't know. Cab 7 is just into the room. Hey, Cab, what's going on?
The comments out there in chat are who.
Wait a minute. I don't see Cab up here yet.
I see him. He's at 4:37 a.m. He entered the room. Oh, in the chat, actually.
He's in the chat.
In the chat. Sorry about that. Not in the panel.
Okay, that's what I'm like. I'm looking like, what? He's losing his mind.
No. Sorry about that.
I'm talking to small insects. Have you seen him?
No. He's in the chat.
I'll even go further because I've said it before. If someone was to super chat you and change your level of income, you could actually hurt someone who's on let's say they have a physical disability. Maybe they're in assisted living. They're on a fixed income. They're older, you know what I mean? Or they're just disabled. You could actually probably hurt them more than help them by super chatting them too much. You know what I mean? If you put them in that different tax bracket, they may not be able to receive state or federally allocated funds because now that their income exceeds the level of poverty or the qualification for those. Well, I hate to use the word entitlements because they're not entitlements because we freaking pay for them with taxes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
we're entitled to it because we paid for it.
Even someone on Social Security, Rebel, up until you're 70 years old, you can only make so much over the top of your Social Security a year.
Did you see the Huntress Warrior?
Yes, I did. That's why I just said, I was just going to kind of let you finish your thought there. Hunter's Warrior has always supported the Wacky. Comes here and comes to the streams. And thank you for the super chat. And Huntress Warriors knows. I mean, she's just doing that out of love. You know, this is because I love and appreciate the people I met on this channel.
We love and support her and appreciate her for doing this.
Yeah, and not because we're getting a super chat, not because there's a super chat, just that was from your heart. That's the way they're supposed to be. You know?
Yeah.
And this has been a paid Green Bay Wacky shout out.
By the way, I'm going to apologize ahead of time. I have not got my shock mount yet for my Blue Yeti mic, so I'm sure as I'm typing, you're getting little things in the mic. I apologize. No shock mount yet. I have it on a notebook and a mouse pad. Doing the best I can.
We appreciate you for doing the best that you can.
Yeah.
I should super chat you for doing the best that you can.
Oh my goodness. That's funny. Cab 7, what's he saying to my musically talented friend? Frozen Fury 009. Yep.
A lot of cool people came through to this chat.
Oh no, there's 2 rebels in here now.
Hey, I gotta make a. We have to get something to drink. Thirsty.
He's gone mobile.
Gone mobile.
There you
I
go.
hope he's gonna follow me because he thinks it's dinner time, lunchtime, something.
What's that food? You better get those kibbles and bits out.
If I even shake the bag, it's on, buddy.
Oh my God! You got cats and dogs in there, literally.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Cats, dogs, rabbits.
Oh man,
hamster.
I like the way cats look. I just can't deal with them around the house. I'd rather a dog.
I you know what, Mel? I like all animals, but I'm going to tell you, me knowing you very well, I think a cat would suit you for these reasons, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's why. A cat is pretty how should I word this? Not offend anybody. A cat is it's more of a friend, you know what I mean? Like, and it can take care of itself.
Yeah.
It can take care of itself. A dog is a child that never grows up. Aren't you?
Yeah, that's true too. I mean, but the dogs are you're gonna have more fun with the dogs. The cat, you gotta watch your cat, make sure don't scratch up your furniture.
Right,
you know.
but like you see what I'm doing right now. It's 4 a.m. and I'm letting my dog out to go pee, poop, do his business. You can't go on vacation and do that. A cat, you can put a litter box in the other room, and they can take care of themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
like
true.
I said, a dog's a child that never grows up.
That's true.
You know, it's something you always have to constantly be thinking about.
Yeah. I was thinking about.
I think a cat would suit you well.
I'm thinking about getting like a white tiger or something like that. You know,
just a small one.
Yeah.
Maybe have its ears pierced.
Matthew
Get us some jewelry.
Matthew Drake's out there in the chat room, and he is cracking me up. He's rewritten a song. Mamas, don't let your daughters grow up on YouTube. They'll watch videos on fashion, music, and such. Find videos to learn how to speak Dutch.
That's funny.
Hold on, just wait. It's the wacky chat. Just hold on. Let me do this properly.
You gotta do it in the country. The country.
Oh, hold on, I got this.
Western voice.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. Okay. Mamas, don't let your daughters grow up on YouTube. They'll watch videos on fashion, music, and such. Find videos to learn to speak Dutch. Mamas, don't let your daughters grow up on YouTube. There we go. That's it.
I love that. That was good, man. That was actually really good.
That deserved another
super
super
chat. I might get into it, you know. I might even add words to it, you know, because you know me, I improvise, you know.
You need a guitar.
Yeah, I have one right here.
Right here. Oh wow, you got to play
it. Willie Nelson ponytail.
Everyone's like, guitar. Whenever that happens, it's so funny. And then I start jamming. Some people are like, man, you rock. You're kicking it. My freaking views go way down. People are like, I'm so out of here. I'm like,
you know who's really good at singing and doing the guitar? YouTuber Drive Shaft Drew. Oh my God.
Not just Drew. There's some other ones in that same community too.
I'm sorry. I have an issue with Drive Shaft Drew. Let
I'm
me be
Fred's
honest.
Fury, buddy. He rocks it out.
Nope. I got to get this off my chest with Drive Shaft Drew.
Uh-oh.
Drive Shaft Drew. Yeah. I'm jealous of Drive Shaft Drew. No, listen. Drive Shaft. Listen, I'm putting this out in the chat, guys. I have an issue. Drive Shaft Drew has 20 megabits of upload speed, and sometimes it's 30 in Canada. 20 to 30 megabits upload, not down. He's got like 150 download or more. Oh my goodness. Drew, if you're out there, oh my goodness.
Manitoba. We got to move to Manitoba.
We got to move to Canada. 20 to 30. I'm operating on up to maximum 4 megabits.
I know, man. I got half of it over here.
Handy Camper writes his own music on the fly, very fast, and he does a phenomenal job too.
Shout out to Handy Camper.
I would like to see Drew and Handy Camper do a song together, actually.
That's not a bad idea. You know who I'd like to see them get up with? Calvin's Corner 72. He's
I have sang with Calvin's Corner on a live stream before. We were drinking. I'll go ahead and
I can imagine.
I'll preface that so that everybody can kind of get the picture. But I have to say that boy has a serious voice.
I know, that's why I brought him up.
Yeah.
You get them together, man. Woo, you know.
Yeah.
And throw some whack man in there. You got a hit.
Yep. He shocked me. He shocked me. I because I'm not the karaoke type. I'm not the singer type. Maybe, I do it in the car or whatever. I'm not trying to let people hear me do that.
Man. Not the singer.
I just make crap up as I go along, I'll crank up Technetic Beats and start rapping, Technetic Beats, he's the man. If anyone can do it, Technetic can, I just start making stuff up,
Yeah.
You never know where I'm going to take it,
Yeah, you never know.
We could change the live stream topic. We could say now we could change it from should you buy shout outs to can you rap?
Can you sing?
Can you sing?
Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be YouTubers.
Oh, man, we're dropping 24. It's going downhill. People are like, I came to see should you buy shout outs. What's this crap all about?
No, you should not. Just say no.
Just say no. Like Nancy Reagan.
What do you get in return, though? Let's say
Ronald. Think about that.
Let's say if you super chatted, right? And you're supporting a creator and they're giving you something in return besides just a shout out. Maybe they're giving you merchandise.
I mean, sometimes that could be the case.
That could, you could do a shirt. I have a video that I've done that's, I won't go into details about it because I don't know if I'm going to release it or not, but it's strong. It's strong. And that's the one I told you guys I was working on for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
That was going to be my most highly polished video ever. And it actually it deals with this subject. But I don't know if I'm ever going to release it, to tell you the truth.
Oh, That's not. I made a couple videos here and there. I think that I made, and I'm never going to release this video.
Well, that video is so controversial in so many different ways because it will bring the hate with it. But even when they raised $1 million for the people in Somalia, you know what I mean? Like it's for a good cause, but
Well, I mean, controversy sells, they say, The question is, how hot do you want the kitchen to get? How hot do you want your live stream to be?
True. I'll steer away from like the Paul brothers. I don't want it to be that crazy.
It can get there though.
Yeah.
Man, this really, I was really impressed with how this topic actually turned out.
It happens, man. It happens.
I think if you're gonna e-bag, maybe you should give somebody something of value also in return. Maybe it's on a point system, pounds, dollars versus whatever monetary item they want to give you. Maybe it's a hat, maybe it's a shirt, maybe it's some kind of hoodie, some merchandise.
I mean, that's problematic because if they could, I'm sorry, if they could afford to produce a hat and a shirt, then they could sell it. I'm sorry.
All I want is this ashtray. And just this ashtray.
I love the jerk.
And all I want We should look that up to get all the things that he wants. We should get it accurate so we can do it right. You know, like all I want is
Did somebody leave?
Rebel. There were 2 rebels in there when he went to have a smoke.
I'm back.
Oh, he's back again.
Yeah, he was on, yeah, he did both.
Rebel.
He clones himself periodically.
I could come in here
Say
with like,
superstar.
I could come in with 3, you know.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Oh, yeah, while we squashed that issue, Rebel. We squashed that expression.
Which one?
Oh, Wawia, just read his comment. It came out of the chat, Wawia.
I like exploring with CF. Do our videos have value? Yes. All videos have value, I believe.
How much value determines on
it's subjective.
Content.
Right.
It is subjective.
Exactly.
Beauty is subjective. So I know how that is. Yeah.
And he's right. He says, I've never asked for money, but one video for my channel can cost hundreds to make. That's true.
Wow. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, of course, it costs me money to make videos, you know.
Well, even the most simple, let's say you're starting out, you're shooting from your phone because it's probably the best camera that you can afford. It's the best microphone that you can afford, even on the lowest end.
Yeah.
That still costs money because time is money. And then second, you're paying a phone bill.
This is true.
Yeah. And if I do like a video, if it takes me 8 hours, now listen, in 8 hours, I'm going to eat at least 3 ham sandwiches. And at least, no, listen, I'm going to do chips, possibly Doritos, and they're expensive. If I don't go generic, if I go Diet Pepsi, you know 80 cents a bottle. So do the math on an 8-hour video shoot, man. I need groceries.
So basically, you're telling people what they gave you the super chat for.
And what if I go out and do Taco Bell or Chipotle?
Well, I want to bring up a YouTuber that we all know, and he was in the chat earlier. That's Cab7.
Mm-hmm.
Cab7 uses his super chats money that he collects to go and actually spend to visit other YouTubers. He uses it for gas money and things of that nature, basically.
Hey, 70, I think, isn't it? Like 60 or 70?
No, he hasn't reached that yet.
It's up there, but he uses that money just for that. Yeah, he's still there.
Yeah,
hey, Cab.
Still there.
He uses the money. It doesn't go to pay certain bills, but it goes to pay those bills. He says he certainly does. Yeah.
Well, that's one way of doing it. Transparency is always a key.
Yeah, and look at
all those type of situations.
Exploring with CF said I spent over $2,000 just on gas and travel last year alone, equipment, wear on my car, etc.
Yeah.
When is it acceptable to offset my cost?
Well,
yeah.
Here's my take on that.
That's an easy answer.
I don't think there's anything wrong with asking for that. It's just subjective whether the people that support your channel will want to, give back for that. So it depends on how you do it, and if you can convince them, power to you. It's I don't see anything wrong with someone on their channel asking.
I'm interested in what's going to happen with the 368.
I cut you off, Melma. I'm sorry.
No, don't worry about it. I'll let Brenda speak and then I'll come back. Right?
Go ahead, Brenda.
I'm interested in what's going to happen with 368 that Casey Neistat and Patreon are working together on, and what's going to happen there. That's supposedly, the way I'm understanding it, supposedly going to be some type of an answer to the folks that aren't making any money with the AdSense and the monetization here on YouTube.
Yeah. I'm following that very closely. Because
that's interesting.
I think it's good. I won't go into speculation, but I think it's going to be $1 billion idea.
It may be. It may be. It may just be. But it goes into the same narrative as it pertains to YouTube and the Twitters and the Facebooks. It's like, okay, it's $1 billion idea for who? Is it more geared just towards the youth? Is it for everybody, as they say? Is it just a certain special people among us? What is it? You know,
the CEO of Patreon has basically said what 10 years from now would look like for content creators of all platforms. We're talking about a normal, that YouTube would be considered like a regular job, that there would be benefits for that job, that you could be able to have health insurance. You know, if all creators got together, they would have basically the buying power to approach insurance companies to get a reduced rate. I think. Go ahead. Go ahead, Memo.
No. I'm listening. Listen. I could go. Wait.
No, go ahead.
No, because I probably forgot my thought. No, you say it. Yeah. No, go ahead. I really forgot.
I was reading Matthew Drake's comment there. It says, Brenda, I went out of California before they split into the state splits into 3. That's funny. I think there's going to be a position, you know, I think in the next 10 years, I think content creators will have a lot more. They'll be sought after, you know, especially the better your content is, the better you perfect your craft. It's just like any actress or actor. When people make these big movies, they want certain people to fulfill those roles. I think advertisers are going to be looking for content creators like ourselves, and there'll be maybe even a union. There may be something else that's involved where content creators will have more power and more say. Because I do feel on YouTube that the ad revenue, because we're going back to the same topic, the ad revenue, I think that, you know, it's supposed to be 50-50, but I think the people who are paying for this platform, which is the ads, I think that they have more power. I don't think it's 50-50. Maybe it's 60-40, 70-30, maybe 80-20. I don't know, because the transparency is not here with YouTube at the moment. But as we lean towards, you know, content creators who set themselves above, they set the bar and they make content that's more likable, more within the bounds of what YouTube is looking for creators, they'll be able to switch over to YouTube Red. And once that happens, we're talking about YouTube cable network, basically.
I have a funny question I'm going to put out to the chat real quick. I changed the name of this panel right now. Can anyone check it for me and see if it changed to like talking about YouTube's future? Anyway, go ahead.
Right.
Well, someone told me you could do it on the fly, that you could edit it and it would actually update. Is that true?
I'm sure.
That changed.
What does it say now for the panel?
It's talking about YouTube future. Guests-MelMel, Brenda G, and Rebel State.
Oh, wow, it did. Cool. Because we had that should you buy shoutouts topic. I think we squashed that.
Yeah, I think we're all on pretty much the same page with it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's the question is, how much longer do we go on the live stream? Where do you want to go?
Well, I just leave when you guys leave. So, you know me, I stream like 24 hours a day, it seems like.
What do you think?
Well, I kind of see that maybe, you know, talking about future of YouTube, what's it going to turn into? A big beggar channel or a big beggar site? And then YouTube's going to change the rules again and add to its terms of service. You can't be asking for money on YouTube. And
it depends on something that has to happen first.
Because they don't want the whole YouTube to go turn into a panhandle channel.
Well, something has to happen first, and then YouTube will make that change. They're very reactionary.
Well, now that we were able to switch gears on this, talking about the future of YouTube, you know, me and Rebel talk about this all the time. I put this out to the chat. I think a lot of people forget to. I'll give you an example. I was with one of my good YouTube friends tonight, and we were looking at my channel, and he said to me, "Why do you have that thing with that stupid playlist down there?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Why don't you have your playlist, just one that says, you know, incredibly funny comedy videos or whatever it was, you know?" And I didn't even know I could change that. So right while we're in the hangout, I changed my homepage with my 78 video, and I moved it up, and I'm like, wow, that looks way better. you know, little change.
Yeah.
Hazel's Reptiles fam, my adopted daughter, has made for me a new banner for my Twitter page. I bought new equipment. You know, I mean, I think people need to, since we're talking about the future of YouTube, everyone needs to just keep looking at their channel and their equipment and their just all the little things we forget about because we're so busy talking about demonetization and all this other stuff. They're like, it's kind of business as usual with a lot of people's channels. Look at you, Brenda. Your camera's great. Brenda just updated her camera recently because, you know.
I'll be updating the lighting tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then I'll be updating OBS shortly thereafter.
Because you're thinking about it. Look at Rebel. Look at this, man. I mean, he's styling, man.
I see it in the chat that while we and a few others were mentioning another platform called Daily Motion. There are platforms where you similar to that where you upload your videos, but you can only upload so many videos. And then you, the creator, have to pay to host them on their site. Now, somebody had mentioned, I think it was CF had mentioned that. Let's see if I can go back and find it. About YouTube being in a position where it's put itself vulnerable. I think a lot of people are always trying to topple the king. Right now, YouTube is the king of video platform.
Well, I've been said that YouTube has to be replaced. I mean, you're not going to really compete with it because of Google and all that other stuff. You have to find a way to replace it. I mean, that's just my opinion.
Well, I think YouTube can be replaced. I mean, MySpace was replaced, and it's still better than Facebook would ever be. AOL was replaced. You know what I mean? And
I've got AOL. I've got AOL still. I have AOL.
But I mean, some of the bigger ones have been pushed out. You know. Especially in this side of the tech, you know, you were talking about internet tech side of it. Nothing's set in stone.
Yeah. Well, hey, that's one way to definitely look at it.
But I think YouTube Red is going to kind of offset some of their YouTube's cost when they actually become this cable network TV. Where people pay for.
TV is going to be the one.
Say that again.
I think YouTube TV is going to be the one.
Yeah, we'll call it YouTube TV, not even YouTube Cable Network. YouTube TV. As Amazon.
It's 2 different things.
Yeah. As Amazon progresses to become a bigger giant than it is already, and they explore more avenues, I think their platform will get even bigger for this.
It could. It probably will.
Well, they have the funding to do it too, you know.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest.
When I say I think content creators can make it on pretty much any platform at the moment, you know, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, MySpace, because you know MySpace pretty much handles just music now, and that's where most of your artists in that type of creativity they host their music over there.
You see Sandra's question over in the chat? A lot of people ask that. I don't have.
How do you make money from YouTube? You can make it through AdSense. Once you get 1,000 subscribers or 240,000 watch time minutes, aka 4,000 watch time hours, at that point you become monetized, and you can make it through different means. You can get it from AdSense revenue, depending on what your CPM is. That's your clicks per milli. If you host a video and it runs Google's AdSense words, or basically their ads on YouTube, then so many ads that run on your videos, the more people who watch it, you get a small percentage of that revenue. And I think the four of us can say that's not much.
Oh no, it's not much.
and then
it's about the bigger picture.
Then there's the big topic, which is what we were talking about earlier, super chat, which is pretty instant. It's, you know, that usually pays more than the ad revenue.
But YouTube keeps 30% of the donated money.
Correct.
30%.
30%. And then you can sell merchandise. You can sell your time. Basically, there's different ways to make money with YouTube. Maybe maybe use it to promote your business, your crafts, or whatever else, and you can sell those offline, or just direct people to your website, to your eBay account, or whatever else. There's just so many ways to use this platform to better financially make your life stable. And
there's affiliates.
Yep, affiliate links.
Yeah. Well, you have to reach out. You have to go bigger. That's my plan for 2018 is it can't just be YouTube. It's got to be everything, the whole package, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, merchandise, videos, live streaming. It's like you got to just get like so much going,
Jen Gall brought up a good point. She says your channel has to be reviewed first before you become monetized. So even after you hit 4,000 hours and the 1,000 subs, there is no guarantee that they are going to monetize you. They have to review it and see if it meets all their criteria and you haven't broken any of their terms of service and all that sort of thing. So
the problem with YouTube is that usually the money you're going to make from it is going to be so slow and so gradual and so much in the future. Some people get sucked into it because they're like, oh, I'm going to make this work. And man, all of a sudden a month goes by, 2 months go, and they're like, wow, I just spent 90,000 hours for nothing,
I see Learning and Hospitality said, we're also trying to make money from YouTube. I'm guessing if they're in the hospitality industry, that they may be hotels, restaurants, etc. But there's ways you could use it to promote your local economy, whatever, or your local business, that you could direct people to your product, whether that product may be your hotel that you own or a hotel that or timeshare or whatever it may be. You could use that to do that to help you in that aspect if you're not monetized on YouTube. You can still make videos about your topic to make money.
I would also put this out to the chat. You might laugh at this, since earlier we were talking about updating your equipment and stuff like that. I know this is going to sound, brutal, but some people are like, I can't afford to, get a new webcam, for example. But then they're on the phone getting like 2 large pizzas from Domino's with Pepsi's delivered for $40. So it's like sometimes you have to sacrifice a little to get a little upgrade. I had a car that I sold to get my computer system here. It was like, do I want the car or do I want the computer system? I want the computer system, So sometimes try to be resourceful in your mind. There are ways to get some of this stuff to get upgraded,
Yeah.
It's not always
want to know the ways.
There are ways. Rebel, you said it. Get a loan. You said, is it worth a loan? Get a small loan to get what you want.
It's ROI, return on investment.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I think that if you're going to do it part-time, full-time, whatever you're going to do with YouTube, or if you're just here to have fun and you want to put out quality content, I think as we go into the future, 2018, 2019, 2020, if you're going to be successful, you're going to have to invest in yourself, and that means buying equipment or taking the time to reevaluate your channel and what you want to put out as content. That's probably some of the biggest things that people forget to look at or do. I mean, you're investing in yourself.
Yeah, and Prepper Bob, just so you know, I don't mean spend thousands on equipment. I don't mean thousands. I'm talking be frugal with your money and talk to other YouTube people there's a lot of people on YouTube that know a lot about computers. I take for granted how much I know about them, but if you don't know a lot, talk to other people. They'll say, oh, you can get this and that. You can get running for a few $100. You don't need to spend thousands,
I think use all the free resources you can. OBS is free. I think there's several apps you can download for different phones, whether they have an Android or an iPhone. There's a lot of things, and there's updating your computer. I mean, even if you're just updating drivers or certain software, whether it's Windows, maybe, like those things can improve.
But see, nobody likes to hear that. You see, they don't like to hear it takes money to make money, but it's actually, it is true.
Yeah. You might be asking them to spend too much money.
Well,
money that they probably don't have.
Well, you got to be wise. If some people think, oh, I'm just going to go out and I go online and there's a gaming computer for $1,700 and they're financing me. Boom, I'll buy it. You know, this is it. I'm going to be rich. You know, that's not what I'm saying to do. But what I'm saying to do is maybe if you're using a laptop computer that's got a little juice to it, and you go, you know, I might want the Logitech 920 camera, which is about $54 online. Make a little goal to get that Logitech 920 camera for $54. And then
that's something you could do.
Yeah, you know.
Even if it's
little goals.
Even if it's like a month away, a year away. Maybe it's, if you're religious, it's a Christmas holiday gift to yourself.
Yes, you're right.
But you're going to have to find a way if you're working with equipment that's not up to par, because think of it this way. You can't make a video and then have a disclaimer on there that says to the audience, hey guys, just so you know, I know this video sucks, but I just can't get new equipment. So your audience, you know, you're trying to pull in, they're sometimes can be unforgiving. You know, they can be like, you know, they're just coming to your channel, checking you out, and they're like, man, that was, you know, so, you know, I'm just saying you gotta
tie it all back in together from the topic we started with till now. There was a channel called Sniper's Tube. Sniper's Tube was originally a gaming channel. The guy lives in Florida. His name is Nassim. During the late part of 2017, when I met Nassim, I saw a video he put up, and it was about cryptocurrency. He had roughly almost 1,000 subscribers. He wasn't at 1,000 subscribers yet. His channel now is, I think it's probably, I don't know, somebody look for me. It's called Sniper's Tube. It's probably 30 to 60,000 subscribers since that time frame, this short time frame. But cryptocurrency took off so well that a lot of content creators not just super chatted him, but made things happen so that he could update his equipment, his audio, his visuals, a Discord, his actual chat community, set up a Discord. It's probably one of the best resources for learning about cryptocurrency. Not that there's not other ones out there. It's just it's a nice free resource, you know. But you have to sign up for that one. That's all you do. Sign up for their thing. Sniper Pug. Yeah, I guess it is a plug for that guy's channel. I mean, I used to go in there and just check him out to see what he had to say, because he's a day trader. But it was a quick boost in his because the content that he had, it was something that people were looking for. It actually blew up pretty quick. And like I said,
it sounds like you.
Go ahead.
It just sounds like you're saying you got to pay attention to the trends as well.
What cat's creeping behind me?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, I'm laughing. The other night I was talking with Rebel, and his dog and his cat were so freaking tired. They were just like I actually thought, are they alive? I'm like, they were so tired. They were just lying there behind him. Sorry.
I have a menagerie of just animals. I got one dog laying here. I have 4 cats, 2 dogs, a rabbit, a hamster that's in the cage behind me there, countless fish, and some other animals on the way.
Sorry about that.
My girlfriend wants to bring home a rat. I don't want a rat in the house.
All right.
I don't.
It's like Lulu love you.
Yep. Her and Lulu would probably get along very well.
That's funny. A rat in the house.
I don't.
This is a clean rat. Don't bring a New York City rat.
Right? I'm like, we don't have rats. Why do you want to bring one into the house?
For love and attention.
Man, I
jump around in the bed with you.
I draw the line at snakes, though.
Oh my God. Don't tell Hazel's that. Come on.
I mean, why would we bring a snake into the house when we have all these animals they could eat? You know what I mean?
Oh man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who's she gonna be mad at? You know what I mean? Like, you gonna be mad at the snake because he's doing his job, he's doing what he's supposed to do. You know?
You
gotta love carpet pythons. Don't forget, those are the two main snake channels there that I know of in our community.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying. I draw the. Yeah, Hazel is awesome. I just hate to. I had to draw the line. The snake. I'm like, you don't put a wolf and a sheep in the same house.
Oh,
Why
man.
not? I mean, that would be fun.
I can see Rebel. He goes out and gets a snake, and where's the cat? Where's the cat? You know, like, where's the cat?
I'm trying to avoid that situation before it should happen.
Yeah.
Have Silence of the Lambs in your home.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
It puts the lotion on the skin, or it gets the whip again.
I cooked up his liver with some giblets.
You do the.
Yeah, oh man, that's right. Oh man. You want to know an interesting factoid about that movie?
Sure.
I saw a behind the scenes thing. It said most of the scenes were shot not with them together. Actually, it was like overdubbed or whatever. Those scenes.
Yeah.
So like it looks like Jody and and Hannibal, they're doing it together, and a lot of them they were separate acting. It's really weird.
Power of editing. But now I gotta go. I gotta get some sleep. So
yeah, Mel. Thanks for getting this thing rolling tonight.
That's not a problem, man.
That was a lot
all
of
about you and Brenda G, man. Yeah, you held it down. As long as Rebel stay solving.
No worries.
Nah, I'm not worried. It's all good.
Hey guys, everyone in the chat, whoever's left, make sure that you give Mel some love. And remember, he's a live streamer and he makes videos, and he's a New Yorker, and he's a great guy.
I appreciate it. It's some great people on this chat, this panel. But I don't want to start snoring or anything like that.
No.
Oh, come on.
It's all good.
Rockabye, baby.
It's funny. I would love to stay on, but it's just disease are calling me,
See you, Mel.
See you, Mel.
All right, talk to you later. Huh? All right,
always a pleasure. Love you, man.
I love you back, man. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Guys, if you haven't checked out Mel's channel, it is inspirational. You should definitely go check it out. And it covers a lot of topics.
Yep. And the thing I love about Mel, he's pretty straightforward when he talks about stuff. He'll just talk about it the way it is. He'll call it out,
Yep. Yeah, I don't know this new app YouTube's new platform. Once a live chat happens on a mobile device, you're not able to comment it. You can't scroll it on the Apple device. You can't scroll it to get to the actual comment section. You can read the old live chat, but you can't leave until somebody else leaves a comment. You can't leave a comment. I hate that. So I watched the whole thing and read it, and like usual, I tried to comment, but I couldn't comment because nobody had commented yet. I hate that because I feel like Mel doesn't know. That's why I said earlier I read the whole thing. That's why I was like, I read the funny comment from June Gall where she was like, just about stalking and stuff. She is so funny.
Yeah, June Gall is hilarious. So you still alive there, Brenda?
Yep, sure am.
I don't know. Where do we get all this energy from? We never sleep, it seems like.
It's true. I had a private conversation with June Gall and Brenda, and these ladies had me about to pee on myself. I was laughing so hard. I wish we could put that out to the internet.
Oh my goodness.
There's some things we just can't tell on a live stream.
Those are the things we should be able to share. That was just freaking hilarious.
Oh my goodness.
Can you reword it and share it, Brenda? Because I think everyone in the comment section would be dying laughing.
No, we couldn't clean that up.
Man, I'm saying this is unreal. We got Ghost Mafia, Ghost Fighter, and Ghost Finders 3, 2, 1 in here at the same time.
The Ghost family.
Yeah.
That's right.
Wow. What time is it here? Wow, it's 20 after 4. We came on at let's see, 1:22, 23. 3 hours we've been doing this, Brenda.
It's 20 after 5 for me and Rebel.
Well, either way. Then it was 2:20 when you came in and started,
So which topic should we go to next? Since we're all awake.
How much time you got, Rebel?
I got time.
You got things to do shortly, or where you at?
Well, I got a long day. I pulled 13 hours yesterday. Well, a few hours ago.
Well, we could.
I got time, man. I'm up now. I mean,
when you leave, and I mean, you're leaving in an hour or something, or
no? I'm probably gonna leave around 7 or 8 because I want to call and double check on some IRS stuff. I got to call my accountant first thing in the morning and call actual, the IRS in Washington. That's so much fun.
Someone's talking to Brenda here in the chat. Easy 2 tips and tricks.
Yeah, that's Ken.
Okay, he's talking to you. I didn't know if you saw that. Okay.
Yeah, he wants to know if I talked to Mike lately. Yeah, I talked to him yesterday morning.
No problem. Well, I was thinking maybe on the live stream itself, because it's been a good one. Maybe I stopped the live stream in like 10 minutes, and if you want to chit chat privately anymore, we could maybe do that, Rebel, or something if you want,
Yeah, I'm down for whatever.
Yeah. How about 10 more minutes on the live stream itself? That'll be over 3.5 hours, almost 3.5 hours. So guys, you got 10 minutes to bust up and down and spread the love around and do whatever.
Green Bay, you want to give a shout out to everybody in the chat that's on with us?
And I told that to everyone earlier that normally we shout everyone out a lot more.
And you can't do that. They haven't super chatted you.
Yeah. If you guys, it's funny. If you guys are just getting here, just so you know, I changed the name of this about 30 minutes ago. We started out, a lot of people hung with us the whole time here, though. I think, jeepers, a lot of these people. But we started out talking about should you buy shout outs, and we were discussing super chats and all that. And I told everyone, we're not shouting people out as much because we're on the panel talking. But yeah, let's see. Let's kind of go through who's here right now. We got Matthew Drake. We got Easy 2, Tips and Tricks, etc., etc. Frozen Fury 09, killer guitar player, by the way, guys. Wawia's in here. And Matthew Drake, let's see. Okay, did that. Mrs. Elite Nugs. See, sometimes the chat, I got to let's see. Matthew Drake, I did that one. Okay. Sandra 2, Dimensional Paranormal Investigators here. Let's see. Optimus Prime 26363. Let's see. Going up here, Ghost Fighter. We're going to the ghosts. Let's see. Going higher here. Let's see. Welsh Raccoon, yes. And let's see. Optimus. Yep. A lot of the same. Oh, Fluffy is here. Fluffy's picked up a bunch of subscribers the past few days. Mic'd Up Gaming, Cab 7.
Technetic Beats.
Yep, Shannon L. Technetic Beats. Oh, Prepper Bob is here, by the way. This is great that I do these late night kind of streams. By the way, guys, in the chat, I should mention, probably a good chance. I always try to send them over. Iron Dog 63 is probably live streaming at 5:30. He does every morning. So go over to Iron Dog 63's channel. Exploring with CF. Thanks for being here. Gary Brown TK. Matthew Drake. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just June Gall. Yep, June Gall. Huntress Warrior.
Learning and Hospitality. Miss Elite Nugs.
Yep.
Dilo Flow.
Yep. Oh, Dilo Flow's in there?
Dilo Flow, yeah. I always say Dilo. I don't know why I say Dilo.
No, it might be Dilo. I always say Dilo. He's cool, man. He's just like, he's cool. He rolls with it, man. He's got 2 channels. He's got a gaming type one, too. Good to see you, brother. Big Kurt Vivo. Okay, Mike K. I don't know if you got everyone. Oh, jeepers.
You have to read Matthew Drake's last comment.
Live. Oh, wait. Live brought to you by Coffee and Viagra. Which one keeps you up longer? You decide. Disclaimer. YouTube and its mods are not responsible for the outcome. Oh, my goodness. Whoa. Wow.
I don't know if my poor heart would keep up with that.
Wow. Wow. Thanks for getting my channel deleted. I appreciate it, Matthew.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Lee Lizzo. Oh, my goodness gracious. We're leaving in 5 minutes, guys. The end of a 3.5 hour live stream here. Thank you, everyone, for being here. A lot of great stuff came. Man, do you know, Rebel, before you came here, I couldn't look. We had over 50 people in here for the first hour or so.
That's
Remember
awesome.
that, Brenda?
Yeah.
That was huge. We had a big turnout for that subject. That was
I'm gonna look at some of the. I'm gonna probably go back and rewatch some of the beginning that I've missed, because I like to go back and read some of the comments, because that's where you can learn things or see a question that may pique your interest. You know.
yeah.
That you may want to study more.
Well, it was funny. We were waiting for Mel, and I think I started it up a little later. I told him 25 was about 50, and then he got here late. What was that, like 10 late? So me and Brenda are like, should we start talking, or where's Mel?
And I'm typing feverishly in every hangout I can find Mel listed in.
Learning in hospitality is here too, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you for coming. I'll be on, by the way, throughout the day today, just letting everyone know. And the panel ones we just do once in a while on the overnights a lot. I'll do my normal like green screen kind of crazy, crazy. I'm thinking I'll probably be on overnight, in the afternoon. I'm guessing, looking at the time, if I stay up and then I go to sleep and I get up, I'd like to do a noon stream or something. Shannon L. I can't believe what Shannon L is saying. I've been live streaming for a long time, 5 months or so. I've never had someone come into my chat and say that I came to your channel because of a hater that was hating on you, and I don't believe them, and so I'm here to hang with you. That's
cool.
That is a story. I mean, all you got to do is hang with us, Shannon L. You'll see the haters are making up fibs. There's good people here at this channel, myself being one of them.
Gary Brown TK just entered the room, I believe.
Oh, he's been here.
Okay, I didn't know. I didn't see Gary till now.
You're a little behind, Rebel. It's okay. Let's get you up to speed.
All right. I'll take notes. It'll be a test later.
Come on, go deep on that mic. Let me hear your radio station live from 94.9. Come on, get up on that mic.
Live from 96.8. Yes, FM.
Oh.
Welcome to the Slow Jams.
Wait, let me do my Barry White. Hey, baby. Hey, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
bow now.
Oh my goodness.
I don't have the radio voice today.
And I told everyone earlier, I said, I feel so bad because I know the mic's making noise. I've got it on a notebook and a mouse pad. I got to get an arm for it, the claw, But
let's get it on.
You know your channel's growing when you got haters, I guess. Yeah, I guess. It still hurts your feelings, though. It never gets easy.
Miss Brenda G, did you see Shannon's comment on your hat?
No, I didn't, but I see it now.
Man, I can't believe this.
This is the Mad Hatter hat, Shannon.
Oh,
6 on the side, 10 shillings, 6 pence. The Mad Hatter hat.
I did my whole stream without changing hats. That's crazy. I've got like 30 of them over here. I just was so into the conversation tonight.
We kept you mesmerized.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to see that you got the camera up now instead of in your glove compartment.
That stream, I looked back. I was surprised how good it was.
Yeah. It was a good stream.
This is just a G3 phone. It's nothing fancy. It's similar to a Core Prime basic Droid phone. Man, it got it done.
Yeah.
I streamed on it.
Juggling it and throwing it in the air and dropping it in the floor.
Yeah, Rebel. I streamed on my phone for like an hour and a half for the whole drive.
Awesome.
He set us in the glove compartment at one point and dropped us on our head. I've still got a bruise from that.
Yeah. Next time, the one thing I learned when it, you click that camera thing, go live, and I, like an idiot, I clicked portrait mode instead of turning it and clicking landscape mode. So the whole live stream was in the portrait mode, and it was locked. It would not. It's like, nope, you're committed to this. Sorry, dude.
Yeah, it's got the bars on both sides. I hate that.
Yeah.
And then he kept turning it sideways, and then his head would be sideways. So you'd have to turn.
Be like,
and I keep typing in, don't turn the phone. Don't turn the phone.
Yeah. Yeah. Cab 7, he knows.
yeah.
He
I saw
knows. But you know what? In the end, it'll hurt them. But I'm just, it does hurt. It hurts.
It's how you want to interact with the community. It says a lot about you, your channel. When you go and you're bashing on somebody, you better have a good reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're just doing it for drama or attention or views or whatever else, then
or a petty squabble.
Why bother? Yeah, or a petty squabble. Why even bother? There's more important things in life than that kind of silly middle school drama.
Right.
Yeah, yes, June Gall. I know, I learned that today. June Gall's like, you have to have the phone turned before you hit go. Yep. It was a learning experience. I think I did pretty good for my first phone live stream, though. People are like, you're doing all right. But yeah, so we're gonna get going here, guys. I'd encourage everyone to go over to Iron Dog 63. I don't have his link, but Iron Dog 63. Normally I drop it in there. He's probably live. And what a great, I just want to thank my panel. I know it shrunk. Mel left. But is there anything you want to tell them about your channels, Rebel or Brenda or anything?
Go ahead, Brenda.
My channel is the best kept secret on the internet.
There you go. She dances and twerks.
I take simple things and make them complicated.
Oh my goodness.
I teach you how to draw stick figures on a piece of paper.
Oh, wow.
So you learn crafty stuff, you can come over and watch some of my videos.
Anything you want to say, Rebel, about yours?
I'm trying not to comment. I was going to say something funny, but I'm going to not.
My goodness.
$20 is $20.
Yeah.
It was the Brenda. It was for Brenda.
I don't have super chat on my channel.
You don't need it.
Goodness. Guys, thanks for coming, everyone. Just thank you. And anything, Rebel, that you want to say about your channel?
I have an eclectic, I have a wide variety of videos that I like to put out, and they're all different. So there's no real definition of my channel. I mean, I may do news one day. I may be doing something funny the next day. I may be talking about just ordinary things in life or life hacks or etc. There's just no telling what I might put up on my channel. I don't even have it figured out totally yet. It's just I'm having fun and I enjoy it, and I like meeting new people. That's one of the things that I've met some relationships here on YouTube that I consider family, that I consider friends.
Yep.
And the word subscribers, that's YouTube's terms. You know what I mean? I've met a lot of what I would call YouTube friends. You know what I mean? For sure.
Don't make me cry. Seriously,
no, I'm not trying to make anybody cry. I'm just saying I feel blessed to be able to use this. I wish this would have been around 20 years ago. You know what I mean? How things could have changed if, the internet's it's something that's evolved over the years. We're in a technical revolution. We had an industrial revolution, not just in America, but around the world. And now we're in a technology revolution, and we're living it. And we don't even realize it. The things that are possible now, they were dreams 20 years ago.
We'll look for some overnights tonight, and I'll get some streams throughout the day. And Monday, remember Brenda live streams. So, good night. I don't know. Is there anything else to say? I love you guys. Go over to Iron Dog. Tell them greenbaywacky sent you. And if the chat ends, I'm sorry. This is not an OBS stream. I don't know if it stays live on a Google Hangout stream. So, good night. Love you guys. Tell your friends. Watch my cheese head. So good night. Good night. Good night. Okay, see you.